The horizon pulls me closer, a whisper in the wind. The map is blank before me, where do I begin? No fear of what's uncertain, the unknown feels like home. With every step I'm finding a place I've never known. Let's go where no one has ever been, a world unseen beneath our skin. Through endless skies, we'll break the chain. Uncharted lands will claim them all. Rise like tides and let it fall. Just endless sea. Come drift with me. Come drift with me. Through endless skies, we'll break the chain. Uncharted lands will claim them all. Rise like tides and let it fall. Just endless seas. Come drift with me. Come drift with me. Come drift with me. And come drift with me. Come drift with me. And come drift with me.
Spinning globe, cold blue map, pixel clouds, runway town, checklist time. Content.
the street lights lit this town like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up, babe. Tonight we gonna light it up just like the sunrise. We gonna light it up now. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up, babe. Tonight we gonna light it up just like the sunrise. We gonna light it up.
beautiful people out there in YouTube land. It's good to see you. Welcome to the Thursday night live stream. It's usually the Wednesday night, but we got something special in store for you all, friends. Yes, right there. You saw the video as we did the close-up. We're going to get into it more of the newly released 737-700 from PMDG. No, this isn't just any regular release like the 737-600 or the 777 for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. This is actually a whole different deal, friends. It is actually built from the ground up, all new. And so we're going to check it out together, friends, with you for the first time. I haven't even flown this. Good to see you, Underdog 512. What's up, buddy? So we're going to take a first look at this aircraft. And by the way, if you have the 737-700 like I did for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, like their other aircraft, like the 600, you get it for 60% off. So I actually picked this up for $30. And they're telling us, PMDG, that this is a whole new ball game, a whole new physics model, all tailored to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. So we're going to check this out for the first time. I haven't even started this plane before. This is a new release, like many of you. I just picked it up today. I think it was released approximately at 2:30 p.m. CDT or 1930 Zulu, somewhere around there. But this is the first look at it, and we're going to do it together, friends, and I can't wait to get into it with you and into the plane. All right, so... Okay, so now for the other parts of this, it's really cool about this plane is they did this not only from the ground up and they did the systems and stuff, but there's also the high detail update. We're going to be checking that out. I do have a video out there I posted just yesterday, so hopefully some of you have seen that. If you haven't, Bats, would you get that up into the chat? Do check it out. Give it a like if you would. It helps get us out there. But do check that out. Got that put together and released yesterday, and now we're checking out the aircraft tonight with all of you fine folks. And we normally don't do Thursday night streams, but hell, why not? It's the occasion, right? Now, the other thing I want to mention is it is all this high detail and unprecedented realism for the 737NG line here is using the new Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 engine. Now, I see you, Captain Howdy. Now, one of the things is I fly as great as it is with their MAX 8. It was, I don't necessarily want to say it was a port over, but this is built from the ground up. And the other really cool thing that I talked about in the video, we'll see if it holds true today, because I just got my hands on it, is PMDG is claiming it is not supposed to have any impact to performance for the simulator. So we'll see if that holds true, friends. Okay, so LRM, thank you, Bats. I didn't have LRM. You felt the presence. Okay, I've got it running now. Now, tonight we are flying off from Nadi International Airport. Now, this actually is a third party. I believe this is third party. Do I have a third party of this? I don't know. I can't remember. But it is definitely not the default lame airports. This is obviously, you can see that this is add-on scenery here. And we're going to be flying into, am I going to pronounce this? Maple, you can always help me with this. Is it Faleolo International Airport. NSFA, I'll just say the ICAO code. It's much easier for me. And so we're going to be doing that, and it's going to be about a flight time. I think the block time of this flight, let me check that really quick with all you fine folk. I think it's like 2 hours, a little over 2 hours maybe. What's the block time? Block time is 2:06, so just over 2 hours. And the flight time, I think, is around 1 hour and 40 minutes, somewhere around there. And yes, thank you, Bats, for typing in the exclamation FB. So I will do my usual shout out to all you fine people there. But before we get to that, I was hoping we could highlight WinCTRL hardware, the whole ecosystem. Yeah. So all the hardware here. So you got the FCU, and we've got the PFP 3N, the PAP3, all this gear. I don't think it works yet, because I did put the power on just to see if this stuff would come up. And SimFans Pro recognizes it as PMDG 737-700, but it wasn't working. I did reset the software, so we're going to try it again from the start and see if it happens to miraculously work. But we'll see. If it doesn't, I'm sure that our good friends over at WinCTRL will get an update to their SimFans Pro software, their bridge software, to get it going. And I did reach out to my contact at WinCTRL to see if they have an update that I can give you all yet even tonight or whenever. But anyway, we'll see when we power this bird on, see if the WinCTRL stuff works. Because I know many of you follow the channel are interested in the WinCTRL stuff, and that'd be a question that not only would I have, but you all would have. Okay, so we'll see if that works. But friends, Before we get into it, oh, by the way, I didn't mention this. I am using the ProDeskSim, their add-on hardware for the Honeycomb Bravo throttle quadrant for tonight. All right, with that being said, friends, it is so good to see you. I am SimFanatic. I am your host tonight, and I'm going to be doing the shout-out to all of you in chat. Let's give it up to you friends that are here, right now. CP6565. Let's give it up to CP. We also got our good buddy Bats. You're going to be doing the judging all of our landings, Bats. We also got Captain Howdy, and I saw that Captain Howdy picked this aircraft up. I did notice that comment, by the way, Captain Howdy, on will we be flying the 737-800. There is hope, my friend. Yes, there is hope, but we will be checking out the 737-800 maybe at some point. I've got the 600. Maybe this will... Oh, by the way, the high definition detail and stuff that we're going to check out with this new release of the 700, it's not out yet for the 600, 800, 900. Another thing I cover in the video. Do check it out. But they are coming out with that. PMDG's already gone to work on a couple of the birds, and they didn't give any definitive times. When all of you that have bought it, like Captain Howdy, I know you got the 800. Did you get the 900? But it is coming. The high fidelity, high detail update is coming to all their NG line, which is a big plus. But as any time with PMDG, I guess I can't blame them, but they're going to start with this so they can sell these. And then once they make the money off of this one, which they're there to make money, right? Then they'll have the release for the others, which will be free, by the way, if you already have the ones for 2024. So again, 60% off for those of you that have the 2020 version. Did we kind of hope that they just give us the update? Yeah, but if they are building this from the ground up, we'll see. We'll see together, friends. Is it worth it? You know, I'll let you know. I will definitely give you my thoughts, as I always do. But again, good to see you, Bats. And we've also got Captain Howdy called you out already. Good to see you, Captain Howdy. Glad you picked up the plane. We've got Eagle Sky Evos in the house. Let's give it up to Eagle. We've got Vruden the Great. Oh, Vruden, you'll be glad to know that they actually added more wing flex. So we can even check out the shape of that wing later on here, Vruden. Good to see you, Vruden, if you're still in here. I don't know. Usually you say hi and then you leave, and I never know where the heck you are. Maple Leaf is in the house, friends. Let's give it up to Maple. Good to see you, Maple. Welcome. We also have Zach Cool, and he's keeping it cool. Zach, how you doing? Good to see you, Zach. We've got Unknowingly Forgotten. Changed your name again. My goodness, how we change our names. You all try to keep me on my toes. Good to see you, Unknowingly Forgotten. I already forgot. All right, good to see you, man. Welcome back to the stream. We got Sci-Fi 2142. Good to see you, Sci-Fi. Sci-Fi says, howdy. Howdy, Sci-Fi. We also have Tombstone Kid. Everybody give it up to Tombstone in chat. Good to see you, Tombstone. We got Underdog, the big Underdog 512 right here, right now. Ooh, that reminds me. I got some other stuff. Something arrived today, Bats. Okay, Underdog, good to see you. We've also got Turn and Burn. What's up, Turn and Burn? Good to see you, my friend. Welcome to the stream. Departure runway 02, Maple. 02, my friend. Feel the Reaper's in the house, friends. Let's give it up to Feel the Reaper. Good to see you, buddy. And, well, we've got one hill of a guy. How's it going, Johnny Mon? Golf clap. Johnny, how's it going, man? Good to see you, brother. Johnny's probably working right now. Are you working the night shift? On the night shift, Bob Smith. Bob Smith in the house. Bob, how you doing? Good to see you, Bob. Well, we also got Mark Carter. It's been a hot minute, man. How you doing, Mark? Welcome back to the live stream. Good to see you, my friend. Mark in there. We got TJ Turner. TJ, man, how's it going, TJ? You're bucking for a promotion, aren't you? I mean, I don't think TJ hardly ever misses a stream, if ever. It's good to see you, TJ, and thank you for the support and always being here. Appreciate it. We've got Ya Majesty of Yashara says, what floor cam do you use? I use the Elgato cam, my friend. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Good to have you here as well. Ya Majesty. That's the regular Elgato face cam, by the way. I've got the Pro that's on my face, and then the overhead camera, since you're asking, we'll switch to this overview. So this camera is just like a C920 Logitech knockoff that's on this right here, over here where I'm waving. And then this overhead camera is a 4K Elgato face cam. This is a regular Elgato face cam, and then I've got my face cam here. But thanks for the question. Glad I got that out of the way, because that always happens. There's the trailer. We'll take that off. Perfect. Did I miss anybody? I don't think I missed anyone. Did I, TJ? All right, friends, let's get on into it. Off with the music. And so let's... First times first. Okay, so first of all, are you all good with the Boeing business jet? We got the BBJ here. Probably a lot that are doing the airliners. But, you know, I kind of wanted to see what you all thought. But this is going to be a little bit different stream because we're here to check this out together. This is the first time it was just released today. And because of that, we're actually going to jump back out into the menu because I want to talk to you all about what versions of this plane you can expect when you pick it up. So, so we're going to do this a little bit different than our usual. And so we're going to go 737-700. And so here we've got the Boeing business jet with blended winglets. If we go in here and do configure, we can see that we have split scimitar wings. And so here it's got the scimitar winglets in that. So a little bit different. And then we have the blended winglets. Once it's on Xbox, you'll upgrade to it. Nice, Maple. And then, of course, up here, we got our livery. So I actually installed this. Now, this has the livery manager and OC3. So you'll use the PMDG Operations Center version 3. And let me show you what that looks like, friends. And so it is this right here. So you can see, so when you load this up, let me get to it here. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There it is. So you got your Operations Center. So when you go to all products, we got all the products here. And I actually like PMDG's installer program. It is nice. You can actually change the settings. And for those of you that have Sim Link add-ons or whatever it is, I've got it, I use it. You can point that to your custom install directory. And then and the other thing I like about this is there's no longer, you have to go to their website, buy the aircraft. By the way, I should have mentioned this. Thank you, Maple, for mentioning the Xbox. This is only on the web store right now, so you can't get it on Xbox. I would figure this will probably come out on Xbox Marketplace somewhere within 2 to 3 weeks for those of you that are either on Xbox or on PC. I cannot confirm it will be on Xbox. I would assume it's going to be on Xbox, but those of you that like to pick it up in Marketplace, it should be there in a few weeks or so. And we've got Is That PSA. I love that name. Welcome, my friend. Welcome, Is That PSA. Says hello. Says woohoo. Or who. Yeah, welcome to the stream, everybody. We are at 42 in here, and so welcome, everybody. We're just checking it out. So the Operations Center, and I do like it because when you buy it, again, you can get this for $30 US if you have the 2020 version, and then you go here, and once you buy it, it's just here, and then you're ready to install it. You go here, you install it, and then, of course, you do all your updates here, and then these are the liveries that I already installed several of them, but then you can see some of my have the DHL, the FedEx ones I install, but there's a bunch of these other ones, America West Airlines, Alaska, all that. I didn't install all of them yet, but you know, as you can see, and it's so easy to install the liveries. The other thing is it's pretty easy to get liveries off of flightsim.to. You know, there's a lot of fictional liveries and things that are outside of what PMDG provides. So they've got what, 4, 8, 12, 16, how many liveries? Does it say right up here? You'd think it would say a total of liveries, but I'm not seeing it, so we got to do math. So you got 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44, 48, 49. So right out of the box, it comes with 49 liveries. And we got Surge Ivan 08. To be honest, PMDG pricing becoming quite predatory. I can't argue with the price model isn't the... Yeah, let's just face it. It's not the greatest. Okay, we you know, it isn't. It's a little disappointing on how they do it, and you know, they're trying to get the bottom line as big as they can. And you know, I'm going to reserve my comments too far Although I do agree with the pricing model. I don't really care for it. I agree. But I'm going to hold off on making too much judgments until I get a chance to fly this plane because I haven't flown it first time with y'all. So we're going to check it out together here and see how it goes. But yeah, their pricing model is, they definitely are strategic about it. Let's just say that, right? Okay, so that is the operations center. So now that we've seen that, I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. And we're going to go back and look at the liveries. And then, of course, you just pick the livery, and you can see I don't have a lot here. I just downloaded this livery for the blended winglets. Let's go back out and take a look at some of the others. So I'm going to filter it, again, just by typing 737-700. Then we also have the passenger version of the SSW single class. So let's go ahead and look at this one, if we configure. So you get 4 variations of the aircraft here. And you got the 2 class or single class. Livery, I downloaded the livery, so, you can see that Southwest Airlines, and we got the United one in that. Before I load back into it, how many of you put in chat, do you want to fly the Boeing business jet that we started with, or would you rather do an airline? We're flying from NFFN, and it's Fiji and Australia. So, we can't really do the American liveries. And I did check, I didn't see any liveries that came with us by default that actually would be applicable for this route. Captain Howdy says passenger BBJ, or do you want to see a regular airliner? And if that's the case, I'll probably just pick just something. This I do like. There's the freighter version. What was the first PMDG plane you ever flew? Nice, good question, Sergi. Is it Sergi or Serge Ivan? My first one that I ever got was the 800, the 737-800 for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Great question. Thank you for that. Is what I got. Was my first one, I guess. But here we've got, let's go to configure here on the freighter versions. So we do have the freighter version. So Qantas Freight would actually be an actual flight that would fly this route, I believe. Qantas flies this route. But you can see here I've got DHL, we've got FedEx, and the United Freight, United Cargo, that sort of thing. Passenger, British Virgin Australia Airlines. So we can do a passenger. An airliner, right? Not the BBJ. Is that what I'm hearing? You guys don't want a BBJ. You want the actual airline, and that's cool. We can do that. Let's do a configure because I want to change the livery here. I think what I'll do is we'll just fly out of here on United. Let's pick United. Mr. Wars Flight Simmer mate is in the house. What's up, Shane? How's it going, my friend? Good to see you, Shane. How is Shane? Shane, did you pick this up yet? You probably already have it. You probably got it before today. You cheeky bugger. Good to see you, Shane. Everybody give a shout out to our good friend, Ols Flight Simmer. Says 60% discount is a great price for the amount of work. Yeah, agreed. I mean, that's the thing, right, Shane? I wanted to reserve my thoughts on this one in particular because you're already paying 60%. They're giving you the same discount on this that's reworked from the ground up as opposed to like the 600 that came out or the 800, and you're paying the same price and for aircraft that wasn't revamped from the ground up, if you will. 100% I paid for it just now. Nice. I did the same. I paid for it. I bought it about, I think it was 3 hours ago, Shane, and everybody I bought it. I purchased the plane. So we're just checking it out for the first time together. I don't think it works with the wind control stuff, Shane. I started that up. We'll see. I reset the SimApp Pro and everything, and I did send a message out to my contact there. But unfortunately, at this point, it does not look like it works with the PAP3 or the PCD and the PFP, unfortunately. But we'll try it again. I reset it because I was kind of jumping in and out, so hopefully it's just that. But the SimApp Pro does recognize it as PMDG 737-700 and even did green on the environment when it loads. So anyway. All right, so let's check it out. Let's go. Okay, so I heard we want United. Okay, so is that all right? We're going to do United. Then we'll go back here, NFFN. I think Nadi, is that right? Or what'd I do? NFFN. There we go. NM Flyer, what's up, buddy? Shane says I haven't. No, the others have been reworked from the ground up. They just have the external update, which will be update free of charge over the coming weeks. Yeah, the other ones are going to get the update, but I think the original release wasn't from the ground up. I think this was the, unless I'm mistaken, but what I looked at and I saw was this is actually a plane they did from the ground up, and it's the first release. But maybe it's just the high fidelity or high detail. I might have misunderstood that, but very cool. All right, United to each your own. Okay, Captain, we're going to pick that one, and we're going to go down here, down to Chinatown. And we'll pick ramp 12. Well, if we're using an airliner, we'll just go over here then. Not gate heavy. We'll do... I don't want heavy. Heavy? 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 Is there a... I thought there was a medium. Here we go. Here's a medium. We'll start over here. Okay. Okay, let's load into this baby. So just wanted to highlight that quick, and then we'll jump back in here. Big Steve, what's up, Big Steve? Good to see you, brother. How's it going, Big Steve? You know my true test, Shane, if it's truly a 2024 plane from the ground up, you can't walk through it like you're Christ. So like this plane for the first time when I loaded it, the first time I went and walked, and it actually stops. I think the 600, at least when I did that, you could still walk through it. So, but pretty excited about this being reworked from the ground up. Now I loaded onto top of somebody. I'm on Kangaroo. All right, well, that's okay, because what we can do...
You need to set parking brakes to request ground services.
Hold on. Let's go inside. But they are coming up with the high fidelity, high detail release here. I'm going to move over here so I'm not on top of our good friend Kangaroo. How's it going, Kangaroo? Good to see you. I'll just start right here. And there we go.
80 knots.
Oh, my goodness. Let's back up a little bit. Okay. All right, now, let's go ahead and get into it, friends. So I'm going to go to my JD's checklist. Now, the checklist and everything, that should all work just fine. So let me go to that. And, okay, first things first. And by the way, many of you know that I had the PMDG Boris Audio Soundworks update. And so I did disable that because they did rework the whole sound set as well. So I wanted to play this thing as like, if you bought it, this is what you're going to see. This is what you're going to hear. So I will check this out. Let's turn up the volume. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to look up to, uh-oh. Ah, shucks. So I'm going to have to redo my, okay, that's fine. I got to redo my when you have a different version of the not version, but a variant of the plane, you got to reset your saved viewpoints. All right, and let's go over here. And look over here. Control 8. So then once I do that, then I can go right to everything and everything's happy. It is a great day to be a flight simmer there. Dang it, now I gotta, wait, hold on a second. Get my keyboard. I had all this set, but since we decided to do a different variant of the plane, I gotta reset up my viewpoint, so that's okay. We're just gonna do that quick, so you can see me do this really quick. So we're gonna do Control-Alt-7 there, and then I'm gonna go custom preset cameras, yes. Yeah, absolutely underdog. I can't live without presetting these. And I've got my controls like many of you, right? And I got my controls set up to be exactly mapped to what I want to look at. So it's an absolute must. So then I can do that, I can do that, I can do that, that. And then one more thing. Sorry for making you all dizzy there. I didn't mean to do that. Or maybe I did. What do you think? Okay, so we're going to go down here. Custom set, so he can go right down to that. And then one more time. Oh, Slice Center says, tell this man to go on chase. I do need to get chase plane, Shane. You're right. I do need to get that. I didn't think you were a parallel 42 kind of guy, but maybe with chase plane, I guess you are, huh? I do need to get that, my friend. I do. Okay, now that we got that set, hopefully I didn't forget anything. I want to go here and showcase. I like to set this up just to you know, that's kind of an odd thing in the way, isn't it? All right, well, we'll set that there. Okay, now we can start again. Okay, here we go. Fresh set, never flown this before, first time with all of you. Shane, you just picked this up yourself. But I think the checklist all should work with us just fine. Oh, I also got to set my controls for this. Let's go ahead and set those up. We're going to go TCA Boeing yoke. I am using the TCA Boeing yoke. And since it's a different variant, it does, Microsoft Flight Simulator will save this, but we need to get this set here. I think this is right, my Boeing TCA. Let me double check something. Auto throttle, and that's good. 8. One more check here, make sure I got the right mappings. I do. Good, good, good. And then my Bravo, we're going to set the Bravo here. Going to scroll down, and then we got to get this set to PMDG. And then we're going to test this. Oop. Throttle axis. I think we're good. Okay, I think we're good. We'll see. Yep, sounds like Boeing. So one of the things you'll notice, let me turn my cameras back on here. So if you see the FCU camera, notice the PCD over here is lit up, but nothing's happening if I move this. And then notice within the aircraft, we don't have that on yet, but I'm going to leave that on. So we're going to go ahead and start the battery. Just happened there. Huh. Okay. Let me remap that. There, let's try that. There we go. Okay, and you do have one cool thing about this. You have the EFB tablet on both sides. See there? We got an EFB tablet over there for a first officer, so something new, which is nice. Let's go ahead, go to ground operations, and we're going to change the power type to pit power and request. TJ Turner says, yep, sound. Oh, I already read that one. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Shane says, 100% will endorse a good product when I see it and use it. Absolutely. Okay, so now we should be able to go up top here and get our ground power. Now you'll notice these lights come on, and yeah, unfortunately, as you can see here within, and do the overhead view, you can see the lights didn't come up on the PAP3, and none of this works right now. Now, I imagine that WINCTRL, you know they're going to get this fixed. You know they're going to get their SimApp Pro. There will be an update. I will let you all know as soon as I hear back from my contact there. And also you can see that the PFP panel isn't working. By the way, since Shane's here, I am Shane sporting the Flight Sim Mods panel. I love this thing. Shane and Flight Sim Mods sent that my way. And Shane, again, appreciate it. Definitely, that's another one thing I will definitely endorse is that. It's nice and handy. It makes swapping these things out so much of a breeze. Way better than the the additional cost to get the mounts from WINCTRL. Much better option. So, hell of a job you got there, Shane, on that. All right. So, but anyway, that's unfortunate that part doesn't work, but that's okay. All right, let's continue on. Let's take a look-see. So we got the master caution off. Interior lights is required. We're good to go there. And let's see. Ground power's on. Emergency lights armed and covered. That's on and covered. Next thing, seat belts. Let's see if we can hear the sound of the seat belts here. So we're going to turn the seat belt on. Yep, we certainly can hear that. You can all tell me if you think the sounds are better. For those of you that had the 700 or the 600 or 800 in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. What did he say? He must have made a slide remark about me. He says, okay, I changed my mind as I got a free FS Mods plug. There you go, Shane. I obviously missed something. Seatbelts on, wheel well. We don't really need that on because it's during the daytime, but we'll go ahead and just flip the switches to hear them. And so those are set. Set fuel and payload, we're going to do that. We're going to come back to that. We're going to go ahead and get the isolation valve and the pack set. So good to see you all here with me tonight. And then our good friend, Mr. Lost Flight Simmer. It's been a while, Shane. It's great to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Family's doing well. All right, so we got that on. And let's go ahead and do the IRS selector. So we're going to go ahead and do nav and get those going. As you can see, they're on DC power and get those aligned there. The 10 hours bottle to throttle in him, Flyer says. Oh, here it is. Shane says, I only 50% of the Simfanatic YouTube channel is Simfanatic only reads half of my comments. There it is. I knew I had missed. Case in point, right, Shane? I get it. Oh, funny. Captain Howdy, I only 25% AFS. Oh, man. Oh, they're ganging up on me, friends, already. They're ganging up on me. I kind of miss it, actually. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get the... let's go ahead, and this does obviously connect to SimBrief and everything, so I got this connected. Actually, I didn't have to do a single thing. I installed this because of Operations Center. I didn't have to go in and put in my SimPilot ID for SimBrief. It just all worked. I didn't do anything. I just went in here, and it worked, which, that's nice. Maple says, so like you not going to acknowledge that I exist, one of your moderators, bruh. Oh, boy. See, Shane, now it's backfiring on you, brother. Now it's backfiring on you. Good old Maple. Okay, so we have that set. And now we're going to go down here, and now I got to do it manually. Huh, I got to do this through the virtual cockpit. How quaint. I can't use my wind control stuff yet. I know it's coming. All right, we're going to go FMC. Nav out of date. Is it really? Oh, did I not update? I forgot to update the nav. I got to go here. And so here, no Navigraph navigation data detected on this tablet. Already has built-in navigation data and will function normally. Installing Navigraph data enables additional... Click the button below to download if you have Navigraph. Hit OK. Install nav data. So now you can do it within the cockpit. So I'm actually glad this happened. Like I said, I just bought this, friends. I haven't done jack crap with it yet. So we're learning together. We're flying it together. Update complete. Now, let's see if it still says... Navigraph information isn't updated. Nope, it went away. So that's nice. Okay. Good. Very, very good. So Brian TPA, welcome to Sport Pilot. Brian, how are you doing, my friend? Thank you so much for that subscription, that membership. Brian, good to have you on board. Welcome, my friend. Welcome. Brian, are you a big fan of the PMDG? Okay, what are we flying again? Somebody? Anyone? Bueller? Anyone? NFFN, I think. Yes. Okay, NFFN. And that's our reference airport. And we're going to click RSK2, get our route information or the GPS location in our scratch pad, plug that in. Again, thank you, Brian, for that membership. Appreciate it, my friend. Thank you. Everybody say hello to Brian and welcome to the SimFan family in chat, if you would. Brian, here, this is from me to you, my friend. Just because you were kind enough to do that, like so many of you are kind enough. Here's some SimFanatic shuffles and some orange whips to you, my friend, and some blue skies. I won't give you an STD yet. That stands for standard pressure, by the way. I'm not a sicko, okay? Well, some might argue. Okay. Let's go ahead and do flight request. So we're going to go flight. Thank you, Eagle Sky, for the welcome there. Flight plan request. We're going to go to select. And now it's doing the flight plan request. Since we did load it into from the tablet, and so that's how it's already coming up with that, and it knows about it. And then maybe. All right, we're going to go ahead and do load. It's got NFFN and NSFA there. Route uplink loading. Again, doing it for the first time. I'm not a sicko. Quote of the stream. You son of a gun. Shane. All right, we got that in. And flight, we're on United, right? United Airlines, UAL 542. That's my old VAT sim thing. So that is set. Performance initialization. Let's see. Let's go next page here. I'm usually ready for the stuff to be in. Okay, here we go. I'm so used to Airbus, friends. I'm so used to the Phoenix. Now you got to get back into the action with the Boeing, the PMDG. But here we got a performance initialization request. And we can load... Actually, I should have done the route first. I'm out of my sequence. It's all right. It's all right. We'll go ahead and load that performance, execute. And let me double check. 0 fuel weight. I'm going to look at my sim brief output. And let's see. I know you can't see what I'm looking at, but trust me, I'm looking. 0 fuel weight 120.2 and fuel 25.1. That doesn't seem right. Okay. Well, let's load the I probably did something out of sorts. So let's go to departure, arrival, departure. What are we doing tonight, friends? Let's take a look at SimBrief. And SimBrief right now, it looks like we got NFFN. Somebody type in exclamation FP, it'll come up. And we got Delta GoDap, so we're taking off for runway 2. E Maple, you had asked that just a minute ago. So we're taking off runway 2, RSK1. Thank you, Bats. And we're going to use the Delta Standard Instrument Departure, or SID. So we'll go Delta, and then our transition looks like it's GoDap, LSK3, and then we got that in, so we'll hit execute, go back to departure arrival, and our arrival. We are going to use the RNAV 8, and our star, or standard arrival, is what it stands for, UVT 2B. To be or not to be? That is the question, friends. Okay, and then UVT should be already in there, so we'll hit execute legs. And let's just go and look for any discos. Here we got a disco, so we're going to go ahead and clear that by hitting the scratch pad and just overwriting that. Diner, plug that in, and that's about it. So let's go ahead and take a look-see. We're going to go up here and switch this to plan. Is the bot broken again? Oh, no, Streamlabs is working. Let's go to legs, and then let's... did I not get this to plan? What's going on here? Why is that not working? Huh. Hold on. Is this actually working? Oh my gosh. That's actually working. Okay, so I take it back. Look at this. This is actually the one thing that's working is the PCD is actually working. So I take that back. So one piece of all of these things is working right now, and it's the PCD. It's like I wasn't switching between plans, so does the oh yeah, that works. So the one thing that works is the PCD. How about that? Okay. Now that that's working, let's now go ahead and step through it. If I push this RSK to... No, that doesn't work. So the only thing is working is that. Okay, so let's step through this. Now, does that look right? And then Milib. I don't know. Okay, oh, because we're taking off... That's right, we're taking off 2. So then we're going to do about face and come around and then pick it up. Okay. That makes sense. So we go out. There we go. It's a pretty standard, pretty easy route, actually. Go dab, go kit, all of that, and then we come in and 8. I mean, it's pretty standard, easy thing. Okay, so we're going to go back to map. Take that off. So the one thing that works out of all the gear, I've got the PCD 3N and the PAP3 and the PFP 3N panel right here. The wind control, none of this wind control stuff works except for the PCD. Good to know. I'll have to feed that back to wind control. I'm sure they realize that, but never hurts. LRM, who's doing what again? I'm not reading the comments. Is that what you're saying? Winds are at 3007 now, Captain Audi says. Okay. They were just light and variable before. Daniel Stewart, what's up, Daniel? Good to see you. I have LRM loaded. Bats reminded me earlier. Flight link right now is, I believe we are able to use that right now. I can talk about that a little bit, Bats. Okay. So, Daniel, good to see you, man. All right. Thank you, Captain Howdy, for exclamation AFS. And go check out Ol's Flight Sim. He's over 100,000 subs now, friends. I can believe it. He's a good guy. He does good work. None of the commands work. Oh, none of the commands are working? Oh, okay. Let me start and stop it. Hold on. Thank you. Let me go there. Let me do a quick on and off with a cloud bot. Let me try. Give me 1 minute. Only FP's not working? Okay, I just reset the bot. See if it'll work now. Let me double check and make sure nothing changed on that command. Exclamation FP. What the heck? It's missing. What happened to my flight FP command? It's missing. That's weird. Hold on. Well, we'll remedy that nice and quick. That's so weird. I wonder what happened there. Hold on. Command. All right, let's try this again, friends. Weird. Confirm. Okay, try it again, somebody. Oh, shit. Hold on. Don't try it yet. Give me a sec. 370. Did I not get that updated? Hold on. Give me a sec. I can feel you all talking to me right now. That's a wrong flight. Don't pay attention to that. Let me get this updated. We're flying flight level 370. Wonder if I accidentally deleted. Okay, FP is already used by another command with the same name. What the hell? Why is it something weird's going on? Because it's not showing. Okay, now it's back. That is really freaking weird. Okay, there it goes. It's working! Holy shnikes. Okay, good deal. I think we're back in action, right? Looks like that worked. Okay. Yay! Okay, thanks, Bats. All right, thanks, everybody. All right, back to business here. And where the hell were we? Okay, so we just got the flight plan set. That looks a little wonky to me, but I think we're okay. Why? We need to look at the information for performance. So we're going to be taking off from runway 2. We got dry conditions. Let's import from aircraft, import weather, and calculate. And then let's also look at weight and balance. And load plane from SimBrief. Okay. Okay, that's all loaded. Okay, now let's go over. Maybe I just missed that. Let's go back over to performance. INET-REF. And let's do another request. Let's see if the reserves in that change. Cost index there. Let me look at what the cost index is on my SimBrief. SimBrief says cost index of 5. So hopefully we see this once this loads. Old-fashioned Simmer, what's up, brother? Everybody give it up to Old-fashioned Simmer. Says, hey, mate, have a great flight. Cheers. Cheers. Are you another friend from down under, brother? We're going to load this up, execute. Same thing. Huh. I am not sure why it's not loading. Interesting. That part isn't real. It's not working. My vote is for 1 hour. For some reason, you know, even though we loaded it here, what does it say over here? Takeoff landing weight, 0 fuel weight, 115,785. Is that what this says? Yeah, that's what this says. Using reserve fuel. 15.1. Is that right now? Oh, it works now. Okay, just a 0 fuel weight for whatever was off from my sim brief. Sometimes that happens, but it looks like that did do the trick. Okay. We're making progress, people. Okay. N1 limit. Should we do the takeoff climb as is? And then takeoff, we're going to go 5 flaps. And then 124, 127, 134. How close is that to our performance? Way off. 139, 140, 144. All right, well, that's fine. And then we're going to go to destination forecast and destination winds. ACUSA server is correct. No, we got 15.1. So we got 15.1 of fuel, TJ. And that's what my sim brief says. I think it was after I reloaded it, and then it worked. We're going to load the winds. And we're going to hit execute. And I think we should be... Why does it say I'm using reserve fuel? That's making me a little nervous. Init ref. That's reserves. 15.1. Go back to weight and balance. 0 fuel weight, takeoff weight. 0 fuel. I don't click on any of that. Quick fuel. I think we should be all right. Did you press request and make do? I did. I was over here and I did this performance request. And that is, I mean, it's got the 0 fuel weight right. I'll do it again. Okay, performance initialization uplink. Load. Execute. Still saying it. Enter your plane fuel? Oh. I've never had to do that. I don't think I've ever done that. Thanks, Captain. I don't think I've ever had to do that before. I don't at least remember ever doing it. Take off. Those are all there. Okay. Thank you, Captain Audi. Yeah, make sure we have 15.1. There we go. CG 26. Did I not have that entered? Are you talking on my FMC? On my FMC, enter my CG? It's already there. What are you talking about? Somebody just subscribed. We've got Sklit. Sklit, welcome to the channel, everybody. Welcome, Sklit. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining, my friend. Good to see you. Thank you for subscribing. Okay. Let's get this show on the road, friends. Let's do this. I think we've got all that. Let me check the checklist here. Sklit, thanks again for that subscription. Welcome to the live stream and the SimFan family. Oh, on my takeoff page? Okay, hold on. N1 limit takeoff. Oh, thank you. Okay, I see. 26. Wasn't it 26.6? Is that what it was? Yeah. Take off. It's 27. Thanks, Captain Howdy. Got it. Okay, there we go. That all didn't just automatically program. All right. I think we're good. Trim. Thank you. I forgot to do that. Thanks, Captain Howdy. Appreciate it. Okay, finally. Jeez, I get into the Phoenix for so long, and then I just lose all my... what's the runway winds? Captain Howdy, you said that was 300 at 7. Is that right? 300 at 7. Of course, it's going to say that again. Oh, yeah, cleared them all out. All right, there we go. Yeah, I know, right? I forgot to double-click the button. I know. I normally would do that, but I missed it that time. No, thank you, Captain Howdy. Appreciate it. Okay, so I think we can continue on here, friends. All right. Let's see. Yep, I'll set my trim once I get to it in the checklist. Thank you. Okay, so now we got all that set. Let's go ahead and do fuel pump 1 on, and then we can start the APU and then hear what it sounds like. Here we go. All right, here we go. Let's go outside. Everyone check your fuel. All right, here we go. I can dig it. Did you notice it took longer for that volume to grow and that to come full? Because I almost said, wow, the sound level isn't all that high or not loud enough, but it just took some time. I did note that does sound like it takes longer for that APU to get spooled up than the previous aircraft. And again, these are the default sounds, and they redid the whole sound set, so I like that. Okay. APU door should be open under the right aileron on the fuselage. Oh, yeah. Yep. Right there. Yep. Okay. Thanks, CP. Or Sklit. 7702. Okay, so we've got the APU is on. Let's go ahead and do the generators. These are the inside. That is definitely a different sound there. And engine bleed. Let's listen to the engine bleed. Let's hear the fans. That definitely's changed. That's a different sound. Digging that. AC voltmeter can go to APU. So definitely the sounds have changed, friends, on this plane. Definitely. Master caution, we go disengage. And the little clicking stuff, too, sounds like it's changed. Altimeter set. We can set our altimeter, maybe. What is our altimeter? Let's go over here. Again, this has an EFB on both sides, as you can see here. I don't know if that's going to hit anything with performance. I'm going to leave that one off. I'll probably check it later. Why am I the only one at 2? Okay. Back to... see, again, I'm used to the Phoenix. This doesn't have the weather here. So I'm going to look at... Let's do this. NFFN. Looks like our winds right now are 290 at 9 knots. We've got 1007 on our HPA. So we're going to go HPA and 1007. So that is working. So I didn't show that, but this is working. So one piece of gear that is working right now with wind control, and I know they'll get that fixed. It will, yes. Okay, altimeter is set. Very good. Initial altitude. We're just going to go ahead and plug in 370. Flight level 370 here. Wish I was doing it on my wind control hardware, but they'll get there. They'll get there soon, I'm sure. Okay, 370. Flight level, heading, takeoff runway. We're taking off a runway 2. Are we still going to take off 2? Hold on a second. Boy, I don't want to delay this any longer. But if we are at 9 knots, 290, and if we look at our runways, runway 20, okay. Runway 20. Now, well, that's going to be less travel distance, so, well, either way, it's going to be a 90-degree. What if we take off a runway 27? Technically, we should take off a runway 27. Should we take off a runway 27? I know what you're all thinking right now. Oh my gosh, he's not going to change all this on us again, is he? Let's do runway 27. You do. I'm on the 20. Okay. Maple. Well, the wind's changed, Maple. The wind's picked up. We're it's like real life, right? I mean, what do you want me to do, man? Just wing it probably, right, Maple? All right. So runway, yep, 27 now. So we're going to do runway 27. That's going to be a shorter runway, so we're going to have to be careful here. Sorry, everybody, but we're going to kind of play it like it's real life here, just for once. Once in my life. All right. Okay. I can feel you all just staring at the back of my head. There we go. All right, I'm not even going to worry about updating the flight plan for the command. So now we got 27 Delta. Delta's already selected, so that's good. GODAP. All right. Hey, brother Brent, how's it going, man? Good to see everybody. Welcome, my brother, my actual brother from the same mother. Good to see you, Brent. We're checking out the PMDG 737-700 for the first time together. All right, and so we got 27 Delta, and then we do GODAP. There we go. I was missing that. Okay, now let's go back to departure. Yeah. Departure, arrival, still going to be RNAV 8. RNAV 8, and we are using the unvoted, that one to be or not to be, and I think we're good there. Let's just double check this. We got this go, so we're going to plug that back in. See, lightning speed here. All right. Melib. So just go around and then pick up. So, wait a minute. Why would it be going there? There we go. That's better. It's like, that looks weird. Okay, let's just step through this quick. I want to get you all there safely, okay? I don't want anybody, like, getting ill or dying. Okay, good. Having a feeling of deja vu. Yeah, of course, Brent. Always. Okay, now we got to go back to the performance stuff again. Dagnabbit. So back over here. Performance tool. I should have just said, screw it. We're just going to take off a runway 2, Maple. All right. Aircraft, import weather, calculate. Weight and balance should all be done already. But we are going to have to go through and do the init-ref again. That all's fine. Check your fuel, like Bat says. All that. Still good to go there. And we got to put our V speeds in again. Okay. There we go. Okay. Perfect. Oh, and I'm going to change this. 290 and 9. So we'll change that. Oh, damn it. Oh, the horror. Okay. My goodness. There we go. All right. I think we're ready. I think. I'm not sure. How freaking long is this going to take? The longest pre-flight ever in the history of the Symphonetic channel. No, we all know that's not true. Okay. Elevator trim. So we got to do our runway heading. So runway. I'm surprised you're all still here. Runway heading 270. I do appreciate y'all putting up with my shenanigans. Okay, 270. And then we got to go elevator trim. What was the trim? Elevator trim was 471. So we're going to go down here, and we're going to do our trim to 471. Is Jared like this in real world? Oh, they're all picking on me, Brent. Okay. All right. Set to V2 speed, and V2 speed was 134. So we'll set that to 134. And I think we got that. Okay, now we can go yaw damper and all fuel bay on. Okay, here we go. Yaw damper on. And let's go ahead and get all the fuel pumps on. Those sounds for those switches definitely... I should shut up so you could hear them. But those definitely changed. Let's see. Window heat on. We should see these come up in green. There they come. All right. We don't have to worry about anti-ice. Okay. Got that set. Hydraulics all on, so we're going to hit these two center ones, and those should go out, those lights. Flight altitude and landing altitude, we do need to get set. And so we're going flight level 370, I think I said. Okay, and then landing, I think, is 50 feet. Because I looked that up earlier. See, I saved time for y'all right there. It's worth the price of admission. Okay. I think we're about ready. Landing altitude set. Flight directors are going to come on. I don't think these are going to work. Nope, they're not going to work. So, got to do the old manual method. So we're going to go flight director on there, flight director on there. That's set. I'm not going to be able to use my magnetic switch. That sucks. Oh no. Okay, LNAV and VNAV to on. Those coming on in green, perfect. And auto brake to RTO. All right, ground connections we can go ahead and remove. We're gonna go to ground operations. Let's go ahead and release the ground power. All right, parking brake to set. So let's go ahead and set that. Parking brake is set. And chocks can be removed. We're almost there, friends. We're almost there. Remove the chocks. Gonna get GSX up here. There we go. They close the door. And let's go ahead and get our anti-collision lights on. And we are ready for push, friends. See? Didn't take long. Prepare for pushback and departure. Here we go. I need a drink after that, Brent. How about like a full 750 of Crown Royal? Nguyen, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. We got 48 in here. It's welcome, everybody. We're checking out together. Please pardon my the time it's taken me. I've been flying the Phoenix so much and haven't been in the Boeing for a while. But we're checking out together for the first time. First time I've flown this plane since it was released from PMDG and built from the ground up with the new high detail Add on here. There's Fiji. And Super Mustang 82 says, hello, Symphonic. Hello, Super Mustang 82. How are you doing? Britt says, nope, not patient. She would have just told him what to do. That's true. Flight Simmer says, this startup reminds me of a Griswold family flight sim stream. Symphonic, no, not what he does. Oh, my gosh. I got to take this abuse from Flight Simmer, who's not too far behind me in terms of the startups. You know what I'm saying, Flight Simmer, Shane. I hear you get plenty of crap for the same thing, brother. Although you probably haven't taken quite this long.
Departure checks completed. Bypass in session.
1 hour, 8 minutes, Maple. We started at 7:30. Nice try, though. Still long, though. I do agree. Yeah, but I sit and talk for a half hour. You got me. You got me. All right, here we go. They're getting connected. Oh, look at that. Little slewing action there for our tug, our pushback tug. Okay, everybody have enough fuel to make it? D. Hutton, Clam Jammer. How's it going, Clam Jammer? There we go. Cassie sampled Feline over there. Original Happy. Big Steve's flying. Oh, bless your hearts, friends. Waiting for my sorry butt. Captain Howdy over there is all going to have to come back to the gate and refuel, I think. All right, are we ready? Can I release the brakes now? Nope, they're not ready. They're still getting ready. Ah, there we go. Quick edit push map, and let's go clear. And we're going to go to 2.7. So that is actually right here. So we're going to push back right over here and save route. There we go.
Release parking brakes, please.
All right, releasing the brakes. Shane, I definitely deserve all this grief. Holy shit, what was that sound? Listen to that. What's going boom? Y'all hear that? Is that what is going on? Okay, let's go ahead and get the packs off. And let's listen to the sounds for the first time here. There is a boom going on, and I'm not sure what that is, but let's go ground on the right. What's that booming noise, Bob? Bob says, I'm at NFFN on the East server and don't see anyone. Did you make sure, Bob, you said all player? You got to select the multiplayer and all before you get in. TJ Turner probably will help you with that. What is that booming noise? Do you all hear that, or is it just me? The hell's that noise? Let's check the underside. Make sure we didn't, like, run over somebody. Nope. Hey, Bats. The hell is that noise? Just me? You're not hearing it? Where in settings? Hand cranking the engines. That's probably it. Speaking of, I better give it fuel. Oh, listen to those sounds. Listen to those sounds, Shane. You hear it? I hear it, old man. Okay, let's go ahead and turn the brake, get the brake on.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
It's a good engine start. Good thing.
We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Well, the banging noise went away. Liking the sound so far, friends. Okay, we're gonna go continuous and ground on the left. I'm not seeing anyone. I'm not on the East server.
Unlocking.
And you are on the East server, Mark Carter says. Really? So that's two of you that Bob's not seeing it, and neither are you, Mark? Are you guys making sure that you did all... There's like a, before you, when you're on the map mode, I can't remember exactly what it is. Maybe somebody in chat can remember, but you got to select like all players because we're not doing real live time, and that could be why you're not seeing it. Okay, you are? Huh. Try cycling it. Try turning the multiplayer off and turning it on. Okay, we just heard that click, so we should be able to go continuous. You did? Huh. All right, we're going to go generators, Gen 1 and 2 on our engines. Digging the sounds. I like the sounds. Revamped sounds for this bird. All right. All that set. Generators on. Let's go Gen 1 up here on the APU to Gen 1 on the AC. All right. And APU bleed, or APU can come off. APU bleed can come off. Packs can come on. We'll get you some air back there, friends. You're going to need it as long as you've been dealing with me. Release the probes. Definitely new sounds for all this stuff. Probe heat, engine anti-ice. Don't have to worry about that right now. Flaps set. We're going to go 5 on the flaps. Let's listen to the flap sounds. Let's go flaps 5. Those are a bit slightly different. They almost sound a little bit deeper, like a little bit more bass. What the fudge is that noise? What is that noise? Verify takeoff speeds. All right, let's make sure we're at 5. Oh, we got one more. All right, there we go. Flaps 5. That didn't sound right, CP. I agree. There's some weird sounds going on. Again, this is first time together, so I can't say if this is new because it's the first time we're doing this together, so I can't say. Time will tell. Okay, we got the flaps set. Taxi lights can come on, or we don't need to worry about our runway turn-off lights. And we are ready to taxi. So let's listen. I'm not going to turn the music on like I normally do because I want to listen to the sound. So here we go. Here we go. First time taxiing with this bird. Release the brakes, and here we go. We're going to throttle up. I'm going to put on this overview, and here we go. See if it makes that sound again while we're taxiing here. Spoilers tests work. There it happened again. Did you hear it? Go over this way. I'm going to cheat. Are you guys not going to take off a 2.7? D. Hutton is. Original Happy is. Sampled Feline. Ground noise is simulator bumps. Can we get... Oh, I'm going to turn here. We're going to back taxi. Sounds like the ground crew is still trying to close the cargo doors. I agree, Brent. Family photo or not, we'll definitely do a family photo, Bats, before we take off. Oh, this does have the ground charts, too. I guess I could load that up. Over here. The other thing that they talk about, PMDG talks about, is the fact that this plane... excuse me, it does not have any performance hit apparently, so we'll have to verify that. Hey, Frank Rose, how's it going, brother? Good to see you, Frank. So right now we're on runway 0220. I probably could have taken that over there, that taxiway where Captain Howdy is. That's all right. We'll just pretend that we got clearance to do this from ATC. We're going to turn left here. We are using the track IR. Nice base. It's got mega base, Frank. We have a phone number for you to call. I gotcha. Hey, Rick, what's up? Hey, Rick West in the house. All right, well, welcome everybody. If you just joined us, I'm trying to get my self situated here. I'm taking everybody behind me on a wild goose chase as we back taxi to runway 27. I really should have taken that taxiway there. But we'll get up in the air soon here. But yeah, checking out the PMDG 737-700 was just released today. About, about 6 hours ago, maybe a little over 6 hours ago. Trying it out for the first time. Turnenberg says this is fun. Actually, I think we can turn around right here. Oh, Maple, it's good to see that you got back over here, buddy. But they reworked this plane from the ground up, including the interior, the exterior, the physics, to be compatible with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. And so it's not a port, they say. It is rebuilt from the ground up. It is not a port. I think my battery just died for my track IR. I think I need to get a new headset thing because it's, I think it just died on me. I'll plug it in when we get up in the air. I think the battery's going bad. All right, I'm going to use as much runway as I can here. All right. Geez, I'm sniffing the A350's behind here. Holy shnikes. Okay, let's get a, everybody get over here so we can get a family photo. Got places to go, people to see. Got a package, people. All right. Showcase. Camera drone, here we go. Clam Jammer, Field of Reaper coming over here. Who else? Anyone else coming over? Nope. All right. Sample Feline, Original Happy over there. They'll catch us in the air. All right, I'm getting a, I'll get this posted, Bats. Eagle Sky says departed early. All right, got the family photo. Side of the cockpit. Make sure everything's ready to go. Before takeoff, parking brake set, auto throttle to arm. Throttle armed. Landing lights on, runway takeoff lights, turn off lights, and all that good jazz. We're gonna turn those on. Taxi light can come off. Wing is already on. Strobe and steady. Gonna hit chronometer over here. Get the timer started. And finally, I think we'll be able to take off. TARA. Traffic avoidance collision system is right here. Set. All right, friends, I think we're good. Let me just double check landing around, position lights, transponder, everything. All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do this. Looking for 40%. Toga. Knots. Release that forward pressure on the yoke. Maple, are you gonna get that A350 off this short runway? Oh yeah. Here we go, rotate. And we are airborne. Positive rate, gear up. Listen to sounds. Here coming up. I'm going to hand fly this just for a moment here. Flaps up notch. Climbs like a rocket. You got that right, Captain Audi. Sure does. The 737-700 is kind of a workhorse, isn't it? All right, we're going to pull the flaps up. See original Happy down there. Keep on turning. Turn and burning. All right, we're gonna go ahead and zoom out to 40. All right, we're gonna go ahead and do command. Let the autopilot take over here. As Bats is pulling away in the F-14. And we're going to go ahead and climb. I think transition altitude is, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, 11,000, I think. So we got 50 of you that have joined us. Welcome to the live stream. Great to have you all here. We've got all of our SimFan family, including my brother Brent and Mr. Oz Flight Simmer, along with CP65. Frank Rose just dropped in. We got Captain Howdy, Bats, my moderator's in here with us. My moderator, a good friend, Oz Flight Simmer, in here as well, who also just picked up the plane. TJ Turner and the rest of you. Great to see you all here for this inaugural flight, flying the PMDG 737-700 for the first time. This isn't the standard thing. This is a built from the ground up. It's not a port. They redid the sound set. I'll get into like all the updates for this plane. Once we get to cruise speed, and then we'll do a cabin tour, because we got to do a cabin tour, right? Harry, how's it going, Harry? Good friend Harry in here says, how goes it, everyone? Good to see you, Harry. How are you doing, my friend? But we're finally in the air after damn near hour and a half. Maple's got me off a half hour. So I'm just not here. Maple, I'm sorry, of course, Maple. We love you, Maple. Appreciate you, Maple. Boy, I know if Oz Flight Simmer or I forget Maple, he does call us out, as he should. Turn and burn. All right, we're above 11,000 feet. So let's go ahead and do our STD, which should work, by the way, using our WinCtrl. The only piece of hardware right now that works for out of the box. I'm sure SimApp Pro will be updated by WinCtrl soon enough. But let's go ahead and hit STD, and that works. Easy peasy. There we go. We got it on the right side, too. And there's a new wing flex. I don't know if I can't really tell if that's actually changed, but apparently that changed. And I just hit the autopilot accidentally. I hit the trim wheel, like super sensitive. Nothing to see here. Oh, I stand corrected. Lots to see here, right? Now we're going to climb up to flight level 370, and then we can go get our orange whip, Harry. And y'all, Southwest 0092 says, imagine if this were Microsoft Flight Simulator 2028 in the future, and even more realistic sound packs. Never know. I'm sure, Southwest, it's going to happen, man. With all the AI stuff, you know it's going to happen. It's going to be incredible. Like, what is it going to be like in... Okay, so, like, yeah, exactly, 2028. What will it be like? We'll probably won't even be able to differentiate anything, Southwest, by that point. Welcome, Southwest. Good to see you. I guess I can turn off the landing lights. We'll go ahead and disable that. Turn those off along with the runway turn-off lights, wheel well, and wing. And the other stuff we'll leave on as we see bats over there. And performance-wise, though, friends, I'm telling you what, PMDG's right. I haven't seen any performance lags. I haven't seen any performance issues. Seems to be performing well. In fact, it might even be, I don't want to say it performs better than the 600, but I have not seen, and it does have higher resolution, additional detail within the cockpit. I'm just trying to, like, again, I'm checking this out for the first time with all of you. It is a study level plane. I do like the sounds. You know, we had a little bit of that weird oddity when it was on pushback. And so there's, you know, like anything, you know, when you have something that is this complex, and if they did, PMDG, which they did, built it from the ground up, there's going to be a lot of things that they're going to have to iron out, bugs in that. You can't expect it to be perfect. So there's going to be bugs that are going to iron out. You'd call this a high fidelity plane, not study level? They did build in some of the mean time to failures on this thing too. Oh, we got the little pens. Can we? Oh, yeah, we can click those too. Look at that. We can have all kinds of fun. Watch, I'll do that a bunch of times, Captain Howdy, and I'll get ejected out of the seat, I bet. All right, we're geez, this thing does shoot up like a rocket. We're already above flight level 180. We're already approaching flight level 210. I can't help you land this because we've never flown it. Yeah, I know, right? Well, I'm so out of practice now with Boeing. I'm getting used to the Phoenix. So I got a few new pieces of hardware in the mail today, friends. And actually, I've got something coming from WINCTRL as well. It's on its way. So WINCTRL has sent me. Well, I'm just going to tell you all. It's not the Boeing yoke, and it's not the overhead panel. I heard from them just today, and they sent me. Let me go back here. Make sure I say this right. So we have the 32 TCAS hardware. The 32 TCAS panel that they released is coming our way. So I'll be doing a boxing and a video, and we're going to do that with the live stream. So that's coming. And I'm hoping they'll send the overhead panel that they highlighted during the Flight Sim weekend. But I want to say thank you to WINCTRL. They sent that our way, so we'll have to watch for that. Let me see. I can't say anything yet on pricing in that, but that'll be cool to get that. I wonder if I can mount that on my hardware, the mounts that they have, you know. So yeah, Maple, they're sending me some hardware, and then I also got from SimPanel, got some cool stuff. They sent the dual mag for the GA flights. This is going to be fun to check out. It's essentially their control panel and magneto switches, the dual magnetos. So I got that from SimPanel. So we'll be unboxing, highlighting that during a future GA stream. And then for American Truck Simulator, I got their freaking huge ass panel for American Truck Simulator. So Captain Howdy and the rest of you, TJ, I think you do it. Of course, Bats, you do it. So we'll be doing American Truck Simulator live stream, and I'll be highlighting that. So it'll be fun. And Turnibird says, "Yo, heck yeah, for sure, right?" So we'll be checking that out. It just arrived today. It just signed. It came as UPS. So we'll be checking that stuff out from SimPanel here soon. I have to get a screenshot of you over there, Bats. Captain, how do you see my last minute? Symphonic, I have an Easter egg for you. If you click the jump seat and red button, it says funny sayings. Promise I'm not trying to ruin the plane. If you click the jump seat and red button, I'm not touching the jump seat, dude. You remember that what happened when I did the jump seat one time with the Phoenix or whatever it was? I'm not falling for it. I'm not falling for it. Truck Sim is so addictive. I agree, Turn and Burn. That's why I tried to avoid it. Like Johnny Mon, he was in here earlier. And he left because he had to work, but he had the same kind of thing where he was addicted to truck. Like he's been doing flight simming, and then he got addicted to American Truck Simulator, and he couldn't stop. Do it anyway. Not after as long as that took me to get up in the air. I'm not even going to. I don't trust him. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Do I trust him? Tashi Draco. Okay. Okay, so I hit the red button. If you click the jump seat red button, it says funny sayings. Okay, so if I clicked it. That was the best time to test it for proper review. Yeah, I suppose. I didn't hear anything. I heard it open. I didn't hear it say funny things. I just heard noise that it was opening. Or do I have to hit this? Oh, is it this? What red button? And Johnny Mon says, yes, guilty as charged. I bought Bill PC for flight simming. Spends all his free time playing ATS. Which button? Is it one of these? There's a lot of red buttons. I've got a red button here. I got a red button here. Oh, it worked on the ground, but not in the air. Oh, so what was I hitting the right one, Captain Howdy? This one right here? Actually, it was kind of cool to see the jump seat animate, though. That's kind of cool. How do I get it to go back up, though? What is this? Flight deck access system off normal. There's a lot of click spots. I don't know what what's this? Oh, I can even move. Oh, we turn this on. All right. Click on the button to the left of the red headrest. Oh, there. Thank you. Okay. That's kind of cool. And done. I'll have to try that next time, Captain Howdy, when we're at the ground. See what kind of funny noises it plays. What was it doing? Was it having sayings or was it just noises? It says sayings, so it says funny sayings, huh? We'll have to try that another time. Maybe after we get on the ground, remind me after we land and I'll try it. Well, we are passing flight level 314 for flight level 370. And we go down here, we can go to progress. And let's go menu FMC and we'll go progress. We got 51 nautical miles, 214 Zulu. It's about 6 minutes to top of climb, and then we'll grab ourselves an orange whip. 52 in here right now, friends. Welcome everybody in chat, watching the stream. It's good to see you all as we check out the newly released, just released today, PMDG 737-700. And we're going to take a break, then we're going to come back in, and then I'm going to talk about what has been enhanced with this plane. We're checking it out. First time flying it together. It makes fun of Boeing and asks when Airbus seats will be installed. There's no way. I don't buy it. TJ Turner says, ignorant question, but how did the people of Samoa discover these tiny islands in the middle of nowhere? I would guess, TJ Turner, just a lot of the sailing. Sailing around, exploring. But yeah, I know, right? Like all these little islands here. Pretty cool. I don't think we've ever flown this route, so I thought this would be a good route to do, since we've never flown it before. Captain Ice says, cross my heart, I have no motive to lie. That's crazy. That's funny. You know, that's really funny because PMDG just does Boeing stuff, right? Well, you know, I do like the sounds. Let's do a quick cabin tour while we're waiting for this thing to get to altitude. Let's go back to the cabin. Let's take a look-see since we got the so we got some time here as we're climbing. Open the door. We should have tried like if GSX would load in that. Since there's so many click spots, let's see if we have any click spots in here. None there. Oh, here we go. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that works. Okay, that didn't do anything. Do we have a crapper in this one? Okay, great. Is there a cup I can pull out? All right, both of those work. No click spots there. I am not clicking on that. I know many of you would love me to do that. Huh. I don't know. I can click on these. Okay. Close that. Oh, there's a lavatory. Come on, I want to open the lavatory. Let me in the crapper. Oh, wait, it's occupied. That's what they say so they don't have to animate it. We'll just put an occupied label on there. Do not enter. Then we don't have to animate the crapper. All right, here we go. Let's see, can we do anything in here, Maple? Maybe we can click on some of these. Nope. Can we click on the shades? We click on these. Oh, yeah, we click on those, Maple. Look at that. Look at that. Can't be dealt and pull out our emergency exit or our plane diagram. Can we click on these? Oh, look at that. We can. Oh. Ooh. Ah. Oh, can we click on these things? Oh, look at this. Oh. Put your baggage in the overhead compartment, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Never seen so much room ever before. Look at that. I hope they update the DC-6 and 24 standard at some point. Yeah, I do too. It's a pretty fun plane. Okay, great. Now I can't... Can I not get this close? There we go. And I like that it does a slow animation. They did a pretty good job there. I like that. Let's go back here. Back to this area, the emergency exit. Does this open? Should I click on it? Who thinks I should click on the emergency exit door there? I'm not going to do it. Underdog. Well, consider me impressed. There you go. Also, below the jump seat, if you left the gray bar and click on the white binder, you get a surprise. Nice. Maple says no. Thank you, Maple. Okay, wait. Oh, come on. Oh. No! I want in! I want to see if the toilet flushes. They got to beat the iFly. Come on. Wow. I'm kind of curious. I'm not going to do that now, but maybe we can get on the ground. You guys remind me, and I'll go back here and see if I can click on those. What does this do? Looks like another click spot, TJ Turner. But no reclining seats, 3 out of 10. Why isn't that doing anything? Looks like I can click on it. Cabin lights are being automatic. Oh, automatic cabin lighting. Oh, look at this. Oh, hold on. Let's see. What can we do here? Boarding plane. What does that do? Forward entry area, passenger seating area, night sleep. I don't see it doing anything. Cruise? Oh, it is kind of changing. Did it? I don't think that's changing. Is it changing at all? As I chose lighting off, it doesn't seem to be working. Oh, that worked. Zone control, both zones. Oh, maybe it was doing up above. Okay, let me try it now. Night sleep. Now, it did turn those off. Okay, it does change it. Okay. Let's go to passenger service. Coming soon. Environment, coming soon. Maintenance, coming soon. So they just have the lighting right now. It kind of works. So it's here. So I think we got to get maybe back to the front. See if we go back up here. Wish I could run. Let's go to the front. Let's see if we can't. I would assume we can change stuff from up here. So we should have lighting controls. I just missed them the first time. So here we go. Passenger seating area, zone control, both zones. It doesn't feel like it's moving, changing anything. Okay, so all of them should be on. And they are. So if we turn this on, turn it to off. Okay, those are on. And then if we set off. Okay, that did seem to work. Huh. Okay, so you can You can change your lighting, friends. Oh, that's cool. Well, there's your cabin tour in the cockpit. Great job on the cockpit. Close the door. And love the cockpit. Nicely done, PMDG. All right. Horizon Vector says, I just don't see it on the UTC, so thought it was a 24 thing. Welcome to the live stream, Horizon Vector. Welcome, welcome. Look at that SimFanatic Airlines livery. TJ Turner's flying the Phoenix A320. We do have a virtual airline. There we go. Nicely done. I'm going to get a screenshot of that, TJ. Go with both your gamer tag on and off here. So I got it on and then off. There we go. Got them both. Nice. Captain Audi says, below the jump seat, lift the gray bear and click on the white binders. I'll do that after I get back. I need to take a break, Captain Howdy. So we're at flight level 370. All of you can feel free to roam around the cabin. In fact, we'll turn off the fasten seatbelts. And you all are invited to go grab yourself an orange whip. Appreciate you all being here. We're going to take about a 5 to 7 minute break. Be right back here. And I'm going to talk about all the highlights, and we'll be checking them out together for the first time as I read through a whole list of what PMDG has changed with this aircraft, building it from the ground up. And I'll be into that. We already talked about some of it, but we just scratched the surface. So we'll be right back. 5 to 7 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back, friends. Thanks for sticking around and appreciate y'all being here. We'll be right back. Hey, what's up, Jasper? Be right back with you.
your career working for me.
Maybe I'm calling for you. Pilot Rick, welcome to the stream, brother. Hey, everybody, thanks for being here. 53 likes. I really appreciate it, friends. Thank you so much. Pilot Rick, how you doing? Did you pick this plane up, Pilot Rick? Captain Howdy picked it up. It is a great... Captain Howdy, I like it. What do you think so far of the PMDG? Built from the ground up. And let's talk a little bit about this plane. You have it? Awesome. Pick it up, just released today, and I'm going to talk right now about some of the enhanced features. In case you don't know, some of you are probably very well familiar with what PMDG did with this plane. Again, they are going to do the high level of detail to all of their aircraft that have already been released for 2024. But so the big ones, the major visual and model upgrades is the big one, right? So they did what's called, is it called LIDAR? LIDAR, scanned exterior and interior models built natively for Microsoft Flight 2024. So that is what they did on the internal and exterior, and we already took a look at the cabin. We did a cabin tour, so they've got that going, which is nice. They've also updated some other things like geometry improvements. I talked about this a little bit in the video, and actually I'm going to post the video if you all would be so kind to check this video out after the stream. Hopefully this comes across okay. Maybe I need to shorten it. Hold on. Did it come through? I don't know if it came through. Let me try this again. But if you check out that video, I posted that video yesterday, and I do some of the highlights there in the video as well. But in any case, they did change the... They basically put in what they say tens of thousands of hand-placed rivets, screws, fasteners, and refined skin mapping. So let's go ahead and look at that. Let's go back to the exterior. Let me get the showcase camera here, and let's look at that. So we didn't really spend too much time at the beginning of the stream checking out the exterior, but they've apparently added a lot of rivets. Now, that's high detail is going to come to the 600, 800, and 900 that have already been released. But let's take a quick look at the... let's see if we have these rivets. Okay, all of these. Okay. Love the reflection. Yeah, you can see that. The texture work that they've done on the leading edge here looks great. That LED light and the strobe, that's looking pretty killer. I'm liking that. Let's look on the underside of this too. Oh yeah. We didn't look under the wheel well earlier. I should have looked at that because that looks pretty amazing. Like the reflections on this. Again, they're using the 2024 enhanced features and tools for doing this. With the engine here. Well, look at the light here for the landing lights. Wow, I mean, that is pretty impressive. I've never seen that much detail with the LED lights before. Have you guys? I've not seen that kind of detail before. ZX Pilot, how's it going, brother? It's good to see you, ZX. Everybody say hello to ZX. Let's look at the, look at the fin. The VHF radio, or UHF. Nice strobe light action there, like that. Here we've got the wheels, tires that go up in there, and then you can kind of see, I forgot to look at this earlier, but you can see all the detail up in the wheel well. Let's go up in here really quick if I can get my cursor to go, or my mouse. So yeah, you can see that they did a lot of detail here within the landing gear. That looks pretty cool. What do you think, Corey? Corey Pod says, yo, Symphonic, my friend, how's it going tonight? It's going well, my friend. Welcome to the stream, buddy. We're just checking it out. Look at this. We even have a chart here. Wow. Man, this is all packed up in here. It's going good, my friend. ZX Pilot, how are you doing as well? Good to see you guys. Welcome to the stream as we check out for the first time. It's the first time I've flown this plane. We'll check this out when we get back and landed. Big Steve's flying it as well. What do you think, Big Steve? You liking it? Now, I'll tell you the lights on this. Look at that. The strobe. And that wing flex, that is quite a bit of a wing flex, as you can see there, as we're in the air cruising. Let's turn the, I'm going to go ahead and turn these landing lights on really quick, just so we can check that out. Let me go up top here. Let's turn these on. Look at that. It almost like blinds you. What's that interior light there? Would that be the runway turnoff lights, maybe? Let's turn those on. Yep, that's exactly it. So you got the runway turnoff lights and the landing light. Holy crap, that almost blinds you, even in daylight. Look at that, friends. We'll go ahead and turn those back off. Turn those bad boys back off. Let's go ahead and let's check this out at nighttime. I'm going to change it to night. So you can check out the, oh, I like that. Look at the, I love this about Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 is when you get that light effect right there with a little bit of the haze. That looks good. Look at the reflection off of the engine there too, and that light and the, oh, that is looking pretty damn incredible. You got like the little starburst part there. I am digging that. Now if we turn the, see how much this blinds us, friends. We turn on the runway turn-off lights on now. Look at that. It goes in every which way but loose. You turn me. Big Steve says, love this plane. I am loving it as well, Big Steve. I don't know if Oz Flight Sim is still in, but, you know, people are complaining about paying $30. But if you have the 2020 and you can get this for $30, it built from the ground up. Yeah. It's worth the $30, especially to have it in 2024. All right, let's go ahead and well, let's get the actually before I turn the let's go back under here and check to see what that strobe effect looks like. And you have a little bit of a cast with the beam there too, and the starburst textures there, flashing. It's pretty bright. It's nice. Liking that. Yeah, that's. I love that light refracting. Hey, we've got a new subscriber. Eddie just subscribed. Everybody in chat, welcome Eddie to the live stream. Ed, thank you for joining us. Welcome to the SimFan family, my friend. Appreciate your subscription there, buddy. Welcome aboard. If you are here in the live stream, do a shout out in chat. Everybody, please do a welcome to Ed to our family. Welcome, Ed. Ed, appreciate you being here, brother. Here are some blue skies for you, Ed, and some orange whips. There you go. Welcome aboard. But yeah, this is a pretty nifty plane. I'm liking this. Now we're going to go ahead and get the lights back on. Daylight. Ed says, thanks, everyone. Welcome, man. We do live streams. We do them every Wednesday. And we're almost at top of... wait, what are we at? Top of climb. I changed the time, and apparently it thinks that we're offbeat there. All right. But, Ed, we do live streams. We typically do commercial on... commercial flights on Wednesdays, but we're doing Thursday because this just got released today, and then we do GA flights on Saturdays. And so appreciate you being here, and maybe join us for one of those. Nice. All right, I'm going to go ahead and turn off the runway turn-off lights and the landing lights. Go. It's where it kind of screwed up my top of climb when I changed the daytime there, because we were at cruise. Now it's saying top of climb is this far. Huh. Did we discover a bug? Corey Pilot says, I'm still waiting to get my hands on the Queen 747-400 for 2024. I know, you and all of us, right? Absolutely. I don't understand why it's showing top of climb that far out. It's like it's never going to be attainable. Huh. Check altitude target. Did I not get this changed? Wait. Hold on. Did I not? Oh, it says flight level 390. That's why. Oh, mystery solved. There we go. Never even noticed that because I changed that to 370. Yeah, forgot about that with Boeing. It sometimes gets off there. All right. Now, top of descent, 180 nautical miles at 2212 Zulu. So we've got about 11:33 minutes. And then we'll be at our top of descent. Eagle Sky says, nah, that issue happens all the time. Changing time changes the weather, yeah. And moves you around. Zigspot says, hey there, Maple. Ed says, yeah, I'm going to do a flight with my 700 tomorrow. Yeah, you're going to love it, Ed. Ed, did you have the 737-700 in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020? So you can get it for $30. You must have picked it up. I do like this plane so far. We'll see how it handles on the landing. So they changed the flight modeling. So I'm interested to see how this baby handles, this bird, if you will, handles on approach and landing. So we talked about that. Enhanced animations of door, hatches, ground equipment, cockpit controls, using Microsoft Flight Simulator's 2024 new animation system. Or engine, ultra high detail cockpit textures with new material properties and reflective surfaces. So we took a look at that. You did get the discount. Nice. I know a lot of people are upset about the pricing model of PMDG, but if they're going to do something like this and rebuild the whole thing, and give me a 60% discount, I guess I'm not going to get too overly upset. I think, as much time as they probably put into this, we can probably live with it. But I know money's not easy to come by for everybody. So if somebody spent $75 or some of you spent $65 and now you got to fork over another $30, I get why that might upset a few people. But you can vote by not buying it. I don't know if that's going to change their pricing model or strategy at all, but... that's always something that everybody has the ability to do as well. Let's see. Improved cabin interiors for passenger cargo and bubble jets. Boeing business jet. Bubble jet. What the heck is that? Where did that come from, Ed? Bubble jet. My gosh. That happens to me all the time. So we took a new lighting system. We just took that. We just looked at that incandescent LED package, fully dimmable flight deck lighting. We looked at that and improved exterior lighting. I agree. That 1,000%. That is better. Pilot Rick, what do you think? Bubble business jet. There you go. I know, right? Leave it to me. Bubble jet. Good gravy. Here are some updates for the flight deck and system enhancement. So fully customized professional-grade system simulation for all major and minor aircraft systems. They updated the cockpit options package reflecting modern global 737 operator configurations. Accurate high-resolution cockpit displays with improved clarity and performance. So maybe that's where they get the better performance or no impact to performance, but they, improve some of that stuff apparently as well. I can't really tell, to be honest, right at first glance. But it has been a while since I've flown the PMDG, and it's been forever and a day since we've even flown in 2020. So, but apparently that's improved. Heads-up display HUD with configurable modes. That's something we haven't tried. So let's pull that down. So there's our heads-up display. I feel like I'm in DCS all of a sudden. Practice would be proud. We got brightness, controls. It's not really working. Is it because I have manual or... I don't see that working. Maybe you push it. So out is auto. Push it, and then it's manual. Oh, yeah, that is working. I just had to hold it longer. Yep, that definitely works. Okay, and I'm going to do manual. Okay, or auto. That is working. So that's kind of cool. What do you all do the HUD when you're flying the 737 or not? Pilot Ray says, just make a max PMDG. I know, right? You got that right, buddy. All right, I'll pull that back up. So you got the heads-up display. Do we have the shades? Remember the other planes have the shades? I'm not seeing them. I use the HUD in IMC. There you go. That's a good idea. You're always thinking, Pilot Rick. That Pilot Rick, he's always thinking. Let's see. This is cool. So as I mentioned, we've got on the flight deck, you've got tablets now on both sides. So we've got our tablet over here. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and set our arrival airport, and let's... No METAR available. Okay. But I want my charts. And we're going to go airport. And you need to... By the way, if you're going to use Navigraph charts, I think most people know this. But in case you don't, this is a subscription base, so this doesn't just come free. There's actually no airport diagram. Oh, no, here it is. I'm blind as a bat. Okay. So there's our airport. Okay. And then the cool thing is, if we want, we can go do over here. Do-da. And we got another EFB. This is something new. So now you can actually have different EFB. So if you wanted to map different controls, like I could say, well, maybe I want my EFB over here to be my camera, custom camera point at, I'll do Control-Alt-8. So then I got that set. So I can be like, okay, go, this is my Alt-2, and then I got Control-Alt-8. And maybe over here, I want this on something different. Let's see if we can. It looks like we can do something different over here. So maybe I want over here... maybe I want my charts. I don't know. This is probably ridiculous because I don't know if anybody would do this, but our standard arrival. And we're doing RNAV 8. So maybe I want it on that. Or maybe better yet, I want it on approach. And we have the RNAV 8 like this. And so I've got mine over there, and then on the left I can go over here and I can see the actual runway. So I can be like, hey, look at this. Over here, I got my approach, and over here, I got that. But I think you could just pin those, probably make more sense. But it is kind of cool that they have EFBs on both sides. So that is a new thing with the 737-700. Fully customized professional grade system simulation for all major and minor. Okay. I'm going to read the things that I actually think are probably interesting. Okay. Data link simulation with SimBrief integration, say intentions AI. How many of you say intentions? I know a lot of you use say intentions. BAT-C support. Hey, BAT-C support coming post-released. Post-haste, if you will. Say intentions AI, though. It has integrations with that. Data link simulation with SimBrief integration, say intentions. Cool. I still need to check out say intentions, by the way, friends. I have not done that yet. How many of you are using say intentions? Let me know in chat if you like it. Flight model and physics improvement. This is worth saying. PMDG's enhanced flight model tuned specifically for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Rigid body physics for wings and tail surfaces for more realistic flex and aerodynamic response. So we did look at that. Fully customized flight control and landing gear systems, including normal, standby, and reversionary modes. I'm not sure what reversionary is, probably reverse thrust. And improved ground handling on I get tongue-tied. Improved ground handling and gear bay detailing. We did take a look at the gear bay. We'll look at that when we get landed. Here's a bit on the sound. Sound environment overhaul. New sounds. That's why earlier I mentioned I disabled the Boris Audio Works for the 737 because I do have that. Oh, you use BAT-C, Ed? Nice. So it's coming. It's coming, Ed. And then we've got variants and configurations included. 737-700 passenger. Okay, these are the versions. We looked at this at the beginning of the stream. Ed, you already have it, so you'll see this. But there's the 700 passenger with blended winglets and split scimitar winglets. Then there's the 737-700 Boeing business jet, or AKA bubble jet, if you're SimFanatic and you have problems. And that has blended winglets, and also split scimitar winglets. And then it's got the freighter version with the main deck cargo door. So we'll have to check. We'll have to do a freighter version of this, and then the blended winglets. Accurate cockpit differences between passenger cargo and Boeing business jet versions. Bubbly. There you go, Maple. Bubbly. Break out the bubbly. Ground services and equipment. So here we go, guys and gals, ladies and gentlemen. Full suite of ground equipment tailored to each variant. Passenger stairs, which we saw, catering, baggage, cargo loaders, GPU, lav water service, and VIP vehicles for the Boeing business jet. They've had those before, so that's not really new. Improved animations. Okay, so this is new. Improved animations and 2024 native behavior. Cool. I think this is actually kind of cool here, friends. Failures, training, and operations. So this actually has the full failure simulation covering nearly all QRH scenarios. Also, real-world mean time to failure. I mentioned this earlier because I remember reading this. Real-world mean time to failure modeling for long-term realism. So failures are included. Now, there's failures in the other ones, too. So that doesn't mean because this is in 2024, I don't know if that's really anything new or if it's just a feature. Comprehensive tutorial flight include for new users. I don't know what that is. Comprehensive tutorial flight. I don't know how you access that. Navigraph data sample included. Here's something with 2024. So performance and platform integration built natively for Microsoft 2024. It's not a port. I mentioned this a half a dozen, maybe more times. Built from the ground up. Captain Howdy says, how do you get the HUD? My aircraft doesn't have one installed. Really? It just was there. Are you doing the passenger version? That's weird, Captain Howdy. What version of the plane are you flying? It could be with the livery one, like the particular... Which livery are you using? I've noticed that before, like, depending on the livery that you choose, sometimes you have options with some liveries, because it might be the airliner that you're flying for. Maybe the airliner doesn't have the HUD, the particular airline. Captain... Oh, God. Hey, you must be out of... I didn't hear a crash, or is it coming? Sci-Fi 52 says HUD is an option depending on the... Oh, it is on the livery. For once in a while, I can fall backwards and being right. So there you go. There you go, Captain Howdy. John Franco, how's it going, John? John says, hey, it's been too long since I last checked in. Something happened with my Army career, but I'll be exiting with an honorable discharge in July. Oh, well, then that just means, John, you're going to have more time to be with us. John, thank you for your service, and thank you for being here tonight. It's good to see you. I remember you, John. Welcome aboard, my friend. So we check out the release today, the PMDG 737-700. So I'm just going through some of the highlight things. Optimized for long-term performance, future platform updates, live internet connection required. We all know that. Big thing here, discounts from MSFS 2020. I mentioned this before. So if you've already bought this plane, the 700 version, you can get a 60% off from PMDG or MS Marketplace when it comes out on it, probably in a few weeks. And that's true of all their 2024 versions. The Grumpy Gamer is in the house. Grumpy Gamer, how's it going? Says, how you doing tonight? I'm doing well, Grumpy. I'm loving this. I like this plane. I'm gonna reserve my final stamp of approval for after I land the thing. But so far, based on what I've seen, there's some bugs. There always are going to be bugs that they're going to have to fix. We heard some weird thumping noise when we were on pushback, and then we're like taxiing. That was a little bit obnoxious. But overall, I like this plane. I already like it. I can say it's well worth the $30. We'll see how I do on landing. As long as nothing goes haywire on the landing, Lost Flight Simmer will be good. Can switch the HUD on the FMS. Oh, there you go. There you go. Thanks for that, Shane. Probably under the PMDG setup and aircraft options somewhere. Probably displays. I'm guessing this is where it's at. Probably not. Engine. Return equipment, probably. Equipment. So gear. That's under equipment. Optional equipment. Eyebrow windows? What the hell are eyebrow windows? Oh, there you go. Air stairs installed. Yoke. Window heat. Oh, there's window shades. There. Okay, now maybe we have the window shades. Then maybe again we don't. No, here we go. Oh, look. Oh. Look at that. Isn't that cool? All right. Eyebrow windows look up. Sci-Fi says it's in the equipment section, I think, on the FMS. All right. I'm not through this yet, though. Wi-Fi antenna. Transponder. Gables. It's got to be in there somewhere. Hey, we've got a new subscriber. We've got Fly By Mo just subscribed. Everybody, welcome Fly By Mo. Fly By Mo, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining us for this inaugural flight in the PMDG 737-700. It's good to see you. Everybody, give a shout out and welcome Fly By Mo. By the way, those of you that subscribed, Ed and Fly By Mo and Skelt, thank you guys for your membership tonight. Do check out our Discord server because this is just the tip of the iceberg, fellas. But appreciate that subscription, and everybody do a shout out to Fly By Mo in chat and welcome him to our SimFan family and give him a few blue skies, some orange whips, and some SimFanex shuffles. We'll reserve the STDs for these guys that just joined us. Of course, that stands for standard pressure. This is a family channel. But again, appreciate that subscription, my friend. Thank you. All right. Yeah, Ed just joined us tonight. Ed says, hello, Fly By Mo. Welcome, Fly By Mo, says Ed. Fly By Mo says, found you in my algorithm. Thanks for the greetings. Oh, thank you for joining, my friend. Thank you. We do live stream flights, and we're always flying together, Ed and Fly By Mo. As you can see, TJ Turner, we got Kangaroo back there, Captain Howdy, A-Rick West, Turn and Burn. Every single stream's a flying. We do commercial flights, usually on Wednesdays, But we changed it to Thursday because we had to highlight this plane, right? Because it just was released today. So it's like, well, we just push it a day and we're good. And then we do our GA streams on Saturdays typically. And we do welcome you. We've done a joint live stream with our good friend, Mr. Oz Flight Simmer. That's been with us. We've done a couple, and he's usually telling me, eat my short, Sim Fanatic, but he's a great guy. Do check out, somebody drop in an exclamation FMS. FMS, that's FSM, Flight Sim Mods. I meant AFS. Orange Whip's kind of kicking in. Actually, I'm only on my second, guys. I don't know what my deal is. You like GA as well, Ed? Yeah, you'll have to join us. We just did a flight with the, did you check out, Ed, did you check out the Black Square, the Caravan? I tell you what, Black Square in my book, you can't beat their GA planes. They're like the creme de la creme, if you will, of GA planes. I just love their planes. And yeah, they're fantastic. And some people may ask, but believe it or not, I am a real pilot. I don't fly commercially at my PPL like Flight Simmer. We're both real pilots. I'm not current, but I do have my PPL, and I gotta get back in there. I got kids. I did a band thing. I have too many hobbies, so I'm not current right now. But I do plan on getting back up in the air in real life too. But this is a lot. I can chill out with all of you and drink orange whips and be more casual, but there's nothing like flying for real. I know, too many excuses. You got that right, CP. Oh, is JJ Stevens still here? Here's a tune that he built with generative AI, because that's... Am I the only one right now that is just like AI fatigued from the stuff you see in YouTube, AI generated stuff in YouTube, the AI generated stuff in I don't do TikTok, but Instagram, and what's the other one I use? Other social app, but it's like everything's like AI now. It just, oh, can we just please stop with the AI generated videos? My goodness. All right, we're getting close to the top of the descent. I'm past ready for AI to go away, CP says. I know, right? I don't think you're the only one. I mean, it's very helpful. I mean, like if I like use it to help generate, you know, even like the, because I didn't have this plane yet, so I used generative AI to do the thumb, and it can be very helpful. But yeah, it's just that AI has ruined everything. I know, Grumpy. It's like anything you're on now with like YouTube, it's like so much AI crap. What this stream is not AI? I know, right? See, that's the problem, Oz. Pretty soon. I don't know. What kind of makes me reassured, Shane and the rest of you, is like, I don't really see AI replacing, you know, like the actors all worry about AI replacing the actors, or like the musicians that replacing content providers that replace. Who wants to watch something that's fake? I don't think many people. I mean, we're all fatigued, like you're all saying, right? There is something about real. Still want a holodeck, though. I think a holodeck could be fun. You know, 10, 15 minutes tops. No, I kid. Sci-Fi says, AI slop all around these days. Can't tell what is real sometimes, but you can tell an AI person because they look creepy. I agree. Star Wars showed AI can replace actors. Did it really, Captain Howdy? I don't think it did. I think the newer Star Wars that did all the CGI stuff, it kind of sucks. I probably just had like half the people on here want to just like lynch me after I said that, though. People watch my streams. It's fake. Osflight slop. Did you mean slop or stop? I'll tell you what, though, Shane, like Q8 Pilot used AI for, I can't remember what he used for it, and he just got a ton of shit for it, and I backed him. I'm just like, hey, understand that you're trying to use it and just try to, he's not generating content with it, and I backed him because he was just trying to, like, I'm trying to remember what he was using it for, but it wasn't like even content creation or anything, but he caught all this flack, and he's like the nicest guy in the world. A lot of you know our good friend Q8 Pilot, Sam, and I backed him. I was just like, you know, people lay off. He was just testing something. Nobody needs to get their, you know, Selves all up in a I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but you know, people just need to sometimes chill out a little bit too. Somebody try something new. Top of descent, what do we have for our intercept? I think it's at like 2,500 or 2,500 feet. I can't remember. I got to go to Navigraph charts here. Let's see. On approach, our RNAV, it's 2,500, so we are going to go 2,500 before. This is what I love about this plane, though. We can go 2,500, and it just starts descending. I don't have to remember, because half the time, Shane, I forget to hit the damn button to start my descent when I'm flying the Airbus. So I just set this to 2,500, and as soon as... Uh-oh. I already passed it. Did I already pass it? Oh, okay. That's all right. Wait, what happened? Did we already pass the top of descent? Yes, we did. Okay. VNAV, thank you. And then we're going to have to start our descent here manually. There we go. Just recycle it. There we go. And then we got to catch up. And we'll catch up here. Yeah, I just cycled it, Sci-Fi. I cycled it back and forth so it'd start the descent here. But I got the VNAV back on. We got VNAV here, and looks like we're... And I did deploy the spoiler so we can intercept this. I was a little late to the show there. Oh, I want to... Actually, let me do this. I do appreciate all your help, you know, because God knows I need it. Let's see. The flop. Hold on. Oh, boy. There you go. There you go. There we go. Didn't want you to be way too... Thank you, Sci-Fi. I appreciate it, man. I do. So we got to intercept the... God, did I really pass it that far? Didn't feel like I passed it that far. Let's look over here. Flight level 24,000. I guess, yeah, we're catching it, though. Here we go. It's coming up. It's coming up, Sci-Fi. Look at this. Captain I says, course is 7.7, barometer minimum is 350, localizer is 1990. Thank you. All right, let's set the barometer here. So that is something we can do. Hey, what do we have for a radio on this? Captain Howdy. Let me look. Radio 430 or 480. We'll leave it at that. Bats is at runway 2. Bats, we're landing on runway 8, brother. Back on track. Yes, thank you, Sci-Fi. We'll pull the spoilers out then. Spoilers coming out. Let's see that animation. There we go. Thanks, Sci-Fi. Bat says 8. Okay, good. Here, this is to you, Sci-Fi, and all the rest of you for your help tonight, because, like I said, Lord knows I need it. There's the first officer emoji to all of you that helped me tonight. Always rely on my friends. I get by with a little help from my friends. Is that right, or is that right? Especially Oz Flight Simmer when he's not giving me grief. He gives me grief. I'm the nicest guy to Oz Flight Simmer on his stream. When he comes on here, all I get is never-ending grief from that cheeky baga like this. He's running now. He says, Oz Flight Simmer says, I've got to run and box some mods up. Have an awesome weekend, everyone. Big hugs and blue sky. Sip the deck. Eat my shorts. Exactly. I love you, Oz. Thank you, Shane, for joining tonight. I owe you a visit. When are you going to start doing more live streams, or have I just been off the mark and not joining them as often as I should? Let's all give a shout out to our good friend, Mr. Oz Flight Sim Mate. And Baz, thanks for dropping. Check out the Flight Sim mods like I was talking about just earlier. He's got this thing. For those of you that love the wind control stuff, and you know I love it, it's the best hardware you can get for the money. But what I love is I'm just going to unplug this because this doesn't even work yet with SimFans Pro. It's SimFans Pro. It's not that this doesn't work. Let me be clear. This works. It's just this aircraft was released today, so this doesn't work yet. I sent Wind Control a message, and I'm sure they're updating SimFans Pro. But the thing I love about this is I've got the PFP3N. Can everybody see this? Okay. I've got the PFP3N. This is my little shameless plug for Mr. Oz Flight Simmer, but it is good stuff. I've got this. I've got the PFP7 for the 777, the 3N, and the MIGDU for the... of course, the Phoenix Airbus stuff and whatever other Airbus stuff. Look how this just done. Oh, I got my 777 panel. Let's pretend this was brown. And I'm like, oh, I plug it in. Done. This thing is probably, this isn't my favorite. Yeah, it is. But the other thing I didn't mention, and I should have mentioned this earlier, check out the PAP3. This thing is... This thing is pretty much long. Yeah. He's got the stand. You can't see this right now, but this has a stand underneath, and it holds the PAP3 and the PCDs. I've got the PCD from Wind Control. That's the only thing that works on this thing right now with the just released today, the PMDG 737. But this thing holds this entire panel thing, and I can't. There is no option to mount this right now, other than that I'm aware of, other than Flight Sim mods. So that's worth it too. It's gold. It's gold. Can't guess the movie. What did I miss? Grumpy Gamer says just got all the wind control gear hooked up and working. Awesome, Grumpy Gamer. Wait, do you have it working with the 737-700? From that was just released today, or do you just mean like in general? Because the only thing that I have working is the PCD, the 3N. We got Gold Blaster Blaze. Hey, if you've been here before, were you the one that just subscribed? Welcome, Gold Blaster. Blaster Master Blaze there. Grumpy Gamer says no, in general. Okay, thank God. Okay, thank you. Give me about 2 minutes, friends. I have to check on something. Can anyone guess what I'm going to do? I can't lie to you guys. I'll be right back. All right, I appreciate you all allowing me a little reprieve, if you will. And I'm back. Who guessed what I needed to do? The pipes need to be flushed. No, never. Thank you. All those orange ribs really gets to you, yeah. You guys are too much. All right, we are on track, says Sci-Fi. I'm going a little fast, so I'm going to go ahead and pull out the spoilers. And we're passing 15,500 feet. Had to talk to a guy about a horse. What, Grumpy? Daddy boy, the pipes are calling. Isn't that how that song goes? How does that song go? Now you all know what I went to do. Now the gig is up. All right, standard pressure. We're gonna go ahead and what's our altimeter setting there? Anyone know? Anyone? Captain Howdy? Ask the singer of your family. Yeah, good point. Good point. Very good. Captain Howdy, you certainly have to have the altimeter setting, don't you? You certainly aren't going to make me look this up myself. I've lost my... Oh, there it is. METAR, there we go. Oh, 10:06, thank you. Thank you. All right, so we're going to go ahead and turn on our FCU camera and our overhead. And so we got to set this to 10:06. So we're going to hit STD. We're going to set this to 10:06. And this does work. And there we go. 10:06. Hey, Tony Beto, the cruiser bruiser. What's up, Tony? How's it going, my friend? It says, hey, Symphonic, howdy, sir. Howdy, everyone from a cruise again? Ship in the Pacific Ocean. Where are you going this time, Tony? Where are you going, my friend? Are you going your way to Hawaii? Maybe you're going where we're at right now. Fiji Islands? Good to see you, man. Hey, I also want to say a big shout out and thank you all of you for joining tonight for this inaugural flight on PMDG 737-700 release. We are at 65 likes. Captain Howdy, Bats, can you believe it? Thank you, friends, so much. Appreciate it, man. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Just left the Fiji Islands, in fact, Tony says. No, friends, thank you so much. That's 65 likes. That's amazing. Thank you, friends, so much for being here. Appreciate all of you, every one of you. Had to talk, I already read that. Gold Blaster Blaze says, hi, I subscribed a few days ago. Thank you, Gold, if you're still here. Gold Blaster Blaze, I appreciate it, buddy. Sorry I missed your comment earlier, but I do appreciate that subscription. Thank you, my friend. If you're still here, let me know. Captain Howdy says, let's hit 70. Why not? Bad cyclone here. Is that right, Tony? Are you Tony the Cruiser, are you cruising around it? Hopefully. Hopefully staying safe. Tony, are you going to pick up this plane from PMDG? It's a good one. Don't miss out. Dude, I'll tell you all. I'll say it right now. Those of you that have the 737-700 in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, no-brainer, $30. Go out and buy it. It's near New Zealand now. I have the old 737, so $30, Tony. That's like a drink on your cruise ship. Gold Blaster Blaze says, no worries, you're just leaving when I typed it. Awesome. Appreciate you subscribing. How did you find the channel? I'm curious. I always kind of want to know what leads my future SimFan family members to the stream and to the channel. Test pilot N911, what's up, man? Says I might now because I have it in 2020. You should get it. I mean, 2020 for both of you, Test pilot N911 and Tony. No brainer. Get it. I think Captain Howdy would even back me up on that one. Because it's native within 2024. It's not a port either. You know? It's not like a copy and paste, taking it from community in 2020 and moving it on over to 2024. And it's like, okay, it kind of works. I think they actually held true to what they said. You always got to be careful what's marketing hype and what's actual reality. But I think right now, so far as I can tell, it's pretty much reality and not so much all marketing. There's marketing into anything, but my bullshit flag always pops up when Robert Rondazzo starts saying release dates. I normally just think, yeah, okay, he's just talking again. But the things he said and PMDG said about this aircraft, I really do agree. They did it. I think they hit a home run with this. And for 30, I do appreciate the fact that this is like a whole new aircraft in 2024, optimized, runs well. You all know that I had my little bit of a bout with PMDG, right? But I have to say that I do like what they've done here with this plane. All right, we're going to drop this. Never believe Robert Rondazzo. I don't. I believe the developers. I think the developers of PMDG have done a great job, but Robert's your typical spokesperson, I guess. I've never actually met him. I thought about meeting him when I saw him at Flight Sim Expo. I thought about going over to the booth and meeting him. I'm kind of pissed off right now at the whole... the dangling of the carrot. It keeps moving, but they actually did produce on this one, I think. TJ Turner says, but consider, though, the most airlines are dropping the 700. Yeah. But again, keep in mind, TJ, that they're, PMDG for free, for those that already have the MSFS 2024 version, they're going to do the high fidelity... all the stuff we've been seeing in here, they're going to drop that in on the new aircraft. So I like that. For free. The 700 was late, but worth it. Exactly. Yep. Well, it's kind of, I got to give props to PMDG on a few things, though. Like, within 2020, when they dropped the 737-600 for $35, and they did the same for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024... Like I tell people, if they are short on cash, get the 600. Like all of you, get the 600. I mean, the updates are coming to the 600 too. It's coming. I know they're working on it. The high fidelity upgrades will come to all. Yeah, exactly, TJ. So, I mean, if you're short on cash, I'd really consider getting the 600. Get the 600. If you don't have the 200. CP says I'll consider it. Yeah. Hey, Tony, thank you, buddy. Member for 12 months, commercial pilot. Let's give it up to our good friend, Tony Beto, the cruiser. Tony, thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Thank you for that.
12 months of this mob. Love you guys.
I love you too, Tony. 12 months, man, 1 year. It's great to have you with us, Tony. Love you, brother. And stay safe. Hopefully you are avoiding the weather. I got to get set up for a landing here. Let's turn up the music. I'm going to put on the cameras below so you can kind of see when I'm fumbling around before we crash. No, we're not going to crash. We got to get some of these flaps down. And I think we want to get down to 480, but we're going to go 2,500 and then intercept. Don't get that for murder, right? I forgot to go down here, though. Approach VREF. See, it says that. So we're going to go INIT ref. And we're going to go flaps 40, bruh. Is Maple? Where the hell's Maple at? Maple. Another notch flaps. And we have approach at 1... What I just said it. I don't remember. That's why I got to go over here. Just always choose this over here, and you can see that 128. Okay. 128. Let's go ahead and drop the landing gear. Landing gear coming down. Beautiful animation. Let's go ahead and get our landing lights on. Our wing light on, wheel well. There we go. Approach mode. Approach. And I see you up there, TJ Turner. Let's see how this lands. Apparently they changed the dynamics and the physics model, bringing 2024 physics model into focus here with this plane. So let's see how it goes. Children of Yoshare says, are you going to upgrade to force feedback yoke like Cyber Taurus or Moza? Yes, I've got the Moza force feedback AY210, and I can only hope that WINCTRL, who are partners with us, they send me the Taurus, but for the Boeing yoke, right? I'm not holding my breath, but we'll see. Or I'll just buy it. Spend the $5,000. I don't know what it's going to cost. What do we say the approach is over here? Good question. Thank you.
2,500.
120. I'm going to go 133. 135. We'll do 135. Right, more. We'll go ahead and do full flaps. So reduce our angle of attack here. And again, we have the wind control works there. We're going to go ahead and turn on our overview. So y'all can see me hopefully land this thing okay. The yaw damper should be on. Let's go ahead, auto brake. We're gonna go 3 there. Godspeed, people. Do we have bats? I think I saw bats. We're going to be doing a landing challenge. Of course, this is for the 1,000-footers. Bats is guessing -214, which reminds me, I think I have LRM running. And do I? Yep, I got it running. So I can stay true to y'all. We got 50 in here. Cheers, friends. Grab your orange whips. CP65 says -237. Get your landing rate for SimFans in. Get your guesses in. Hey, better swing, Kennedy. Come on, Captain Howdy. -326, really? Watch, that's what it'll be. Or worse.
1,000.
1,000 feet, cross check. Turn on auto land, test pilot says. I know, right? All right, I'm going to disable the autopilot right now. Let's go ahead and disable that. So we're a little high. We're a little high, Mav. Bring us pretty high there.
500. 400. 300.
Auto throttle's off.
200. Approaching minimums. 100. Minimums. 30. 20. 10.
I think we have to go all the way to the front. Eagle says 9 out of 10. Thank you, Eagle. CP gives me an 8 out of 10. Thank you, CP. Thank you, Ed. It was smooth, just a little long. Yep. See, now I'm used, not to make excuses, because I appreciate the feedback, but now I'm so used to the Phoenix. You know, these planes do handle differently, but I kind of it did not feel like I was on rails, friends, when I was landing this. You know, some planes you feel like it's on rails. I did not feel like it was on rails there on that landing or on that approach. Runway turn-off lights coming on, taxi light coming on, wheel well can stay on, wing can come off, and we're gonna go to steady as we pull up here. Bats, it was negative 323. You are correct, sir. I felt it was smoother than that. Oh, look at the SimFans livery over there. All right, we're pulling in here. And then we'll catch the rest of you. We're using the Track IR, and my battery died. I think I need a new battery. Let's get off the runway. Ego says, in my opinion, it looked really good. I thought so too. Thank you. All right, let's go ahead and turn off the runway, turn off lights, and let's get the APU started. And let's go ahead and capture our friends that are still coming in. Oop, I got to switch to my drone view. Drone view. Here we go. We got Big Steve coming in. Turn and burn landed. Kangaroo landed. Kansas City. What's up, Kansas City? Kansas City. Kansas City. Here I come. Why did the sound all of a sudden cut out? Test spot. We have a floater. Big Steve's coming in. Holy shit! What is up with that? It's probably Captain Howdy hitting his reversers. Yep, it was. Okay, so apparently they need to do some work on the sounds. What was that? Sorry, everybody. Didn't mean your eardrums to get blasted out there for a hot minute. Big Steve coming in here. He's got, he's got his right landing gear. There they go. There they go. See, they had the Doppler effect. I think they probably revamped the exterior sounds. So that's kind of cool. Was that the last one, Bats? Evo Ego Sky's coming in. I think that was it. All right, let's go ahead and taxi us up to the gate. There we go. Couldn't get the parking brakes off. I'm so hungry. Mrs. Cincinnati, grab me, Kangaroo. Mrs. Cincinnati, grab me some Chick-fil-A salad. There's that rumble again. They got to fix that. But overall, hear it? That rumble? Unfortunately, my sim froze just before landing. Oh no, A-Red! Sorry to hear that, brother. All right, let's go ahead and APU's on. We're going to go to APU. Let's go ahead and turn off our taxi light. Taxi light coming off. Wheel well can come off. And let's go ahead and APU's on. Switch it to APU. And APU bleed. And let's go ahead and shut down our engines, friends. And taking the power out right now. go to our exterior. You can't even hear him. Something's glitchy with the sound right here. I don't know. Do you all notice that? The sound's kind of glitching a bit. I don't want to say that is PMDG because it could be Microsoft Flight Simulator, but because I didn't have any problems with the sounds up to this point, but now it's like I can't hear any of the sounds. So, might be a bug. Didn't have any problems with the sound up to this point, but we'll just chalk it up to like maybe it's a bug, maybe it's Microsoft Flight Simulator. SimFans, try the jump seat. Oh, yes. Okay, let's go over and do that. I turn the volume up here. I'm not hearing it say anything. Inflated ramps. Let's push this. Now I can push this stuff. It doesn't matter because we're not going to die. No sound. Although, you know what? Can we walk through the jump seat? Of course we can. Let's go over here and hit this. Does this open? Oh, yep, it opens. Okay, that works. Assume this one works too. Yep. Okay. Let's scurry on back here and see if these work. Let's see what happens when we hit these. And we'll go back here. What happens when we hit these, friends? Remember when we're flying, I didn't want to... Oh, look at that. Thank God I didn't do that when we're in flight. It'd have been game over, friends. Game over, and we would have crashed and burned. So those open. What's with that thing? Is that normal? Doesn't seem right. Maybe those sounds are in the sound pack. Yeah, I don't know. Are you going to update to the new 2024 Kodiak 100? Yes, TJ Turner. Absolutely. Absolutely. But I have, TJ, I have some new black square. I didn't even mention this earlier, but I've got some new black square aircraft. I got the Bonanza. Oh, this one runs too. So these all work. Oh, that's cool. I got the black square when it was on sale. I think the sale's probably over with, but there was a Easter sale from Black Square. Yeah, I can't still open the crapper. Lame. But I got the Bonanza and the Baron. Left gray bar below the jump seat, and then click on the white binder. You keep saying that. Okay, hold on. The what now? This? Is that what you're talking about, Captain Howdy? Wait, what? Okay. Sale is still on? Nice. Okay, do this and then click on... Oh, and there's cookies. Ooh, I'm hungry. Hey, you know what I'm hungry for, Captain Howdy? I'm hungry for some dino nuggets, my friends. All right, I want to say thank you to all of my regulars and all the newcomers, the subscribers tonight. Thank you, Tony, Beto, Fly by Mo, Eddie, and then we also had Edmund Cox. Who else do we have? I gotta scroll here. Brian TPA and Split. Bunch of new subscribers, and then Brian TPA, probably not here anymore, but became a member tonight. Cookies is right, Eagle. I will say, you know, there's maybe a few bugs, but they'll work them out. And the only things I would say, and to kind of summarize a little bit here, hopefully with WINCTRL, they'll get the SimApp Pro stuff updated, so we'll be able to take advantage of that. So that's the one thing that will come in time. I guarantee it. That'll be working. For $30, this aircraft is definitely worth it. If you're short on cash, Maybe wait for the 737-600 for the high fidelity and some of the add-ons, high definition things to come out and pick that up for $35. If you have Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 and you have this plane 737-700, now you can't have the 800 in 2020 and pick this up for the discount. You got to have the exact model. Definitely worth it in my opinion, friends. But I hope you got my real Dino Nugget warning. I don't know if I did in 9/11. But let's see where we're at likes here, friends. What did we end up with likes? We ended up with 70. We hit 70. Guys, gals, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. That is amazing. What a great stream. I appreciate you all being here. We're going to be doing a giveaway. I'll see if we can't maybe get a giveaway coming up. If not this weekend, in the next week or so. And but friends, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for being a part of this wonderful community. I appreciate Bats, Captain Howdy, my moderators, Oz Flight Simmer in earlier. Who else came in? Johnny Mon was in here earlier. Good to see you, Pilot Reg, Test Pilot N911, Eagle Sky, all y'all. I'll be doing the top fans here as I normally do the shout out to the top fans when we close out. Lead poisoning, really. I'm not really going to have Dino Nuggets. I'm going to have, is there lead poisoning in the in Chick-fil-A by chance in 9/11? My brother, B.A. Fish, thank you, Bats, for joining tonight. TJ Turner. And all of you, appreciate all of you for being here. CP65 as well, of course. But friends, thanks so much. We will see you on Saturday. And then be watching for, I'm going to be doing American Truck Simulator soon here. By the way, if you haven't checked out and voted, we're thinking about possibly, not for sure, possibly adjusting our live stream schedule. There is a poll. If you go to the community tab, go do it after the stream and vote if you haven't already. If you want to keep the thing same with Wednesday commercial flights and Saturdays being GA, we're also thinking about switching it to be Thursday like tonight being commercial and then Sunday being GA, or keeping Wednesday night commercial and then Sunday GA. But do vote for that if you haven't already. Friends, thanks so much for your continued support. Do pick up this aircraft. It's a good one. I do like it. I will endorse it. I do like it, especially for $30. 75, I might go with the 600 when that comes out. With the updates. Anyway, I digress. Friends, have a great rest of your week. Friday tomorrow. Woot woot. Friday tomorrow we'll be seeing you on Saturday already. Friends, until then, take care. Good night. Love you all. And I'll see you on the flippity flip. Good night. All right. It's our top fans. Our top fans, acknowledgement and recognition, friends. Let's give it up. All right. Friends, coming in at number 10 is our good friend Bob Smith. And coming in at number 9, it's our good friend back from the, I don't know where he's been, but Mark Carter back in with us at number 9. Good to have you back here, number 9. Coming in at number 8 is our good friend, Mr. Wolf's Flightsimulation mate. I know he's gone, but we still got to do a call out to him, right, Captain Nadi? And coming in at number 7, it's Turnberg. Turnberg, thank you for joining tonight, man. Good to see you, brother. And coming in at number 6, it's our good friend, TJ Turner. And coming in at number 5 is our good friend Maple Leaf. He's probably gone. His Xbox crashed, right, Captain Nutty? And coming in, there we go. There we go. Thank you. Who did that? That had to be Captain Howdy. And it was. And that's it. Coming in, it's why he did the explosion, friends. Coming in at number 4 is our good friend and moderator, Captain Howdy. Let's give it up to Captain Howdy. And coming in at number 3, he judges just as much as bats sometimes. It's our good friend, CP 65. 65. Thank you, CP. And speaking of judging, it is our hostess with the mostest for, I messed that up. Yeah, that went over like a turd in a punch bowl. Oh my gosh, I just screwed up, Bats. That's our first, it's not a second, it's not a last. But it's our good friend, Bats! Thank you, Bats, for judging the landing challenge! Let's give it up to Bats! And last but not least, drum roll! It is coming in at number 1, Eagle Sky Evil. Good job, Eagle. Thank you all. And for all the rest of you that are close-ups, close to that top 10, maybe you'll get it next stream, and you'll get a shout-out. Until then, friends, take care. Have a great rest of your week. It's Friday tomorrow. Thank God. TGIF, am I right? Good night, friends. Take care.
The horizon pulls me closer, a whisper in the wind. The map is blank before me. Where do I begin? No fear of what's uncertain. The unknown feels like home. With every step I'm finding a place I've never known. Let's go where no one has ever been. A world unseen beneath our skin. Through endless skies, we'll break the chain. Uncharted lands will claim them all. Rise like tides and let it fall. Just endless sea. Come drift with me. Come drift with me. Through endless skies, we'll break the chain. Uncharted lands will claim them all. Rise like tides and let it fall. Just endless seas. Come drift with me.